Brand new. The car no abandon. Brand new. The car no abandon. Brand new. The car no abandon. Brand. The car no abandon. Brand new. Wajina kunyao. Inshiraka neat etiefo nyina. Ozioma ADAKABRI oribo baby. The car no abandon. Yesi okwai tware asuo. Ena asuo tware okwai. Panyin ni hwan ya. Yebo okwai betu asuo. Ozioma ADAKABRI FRIMPONG MANSO wajina konya bebiewu
ya mama home na ya mama tenase ye free neat 100.9 FM so ene se ye ba manaso na ene ye fiada eni busumi na ye womi ne da etoso edu afi empinu aduonu se aduonu miensa na neat 100.9 FM wo mining tea manti dwumadio o mining tea ene say ye nyina ye bre na ye ho san ya from me ADAKABRI Mamudu Oshioma na mi ko character awie wotemanimu ai a friend saying ayaka so be program na bo
o si ye program no ade afi de me na me introduce me
na eno so wo hwe mani mansa na waka Jesus wo hwe baby na waka
say any fans na ka say nya me no na ka say ntene because a friend me abnam way yeah
Ndi Toronto cross saying was sie me na me nye se esu ebura nsu a wani a pensuo anom no ebenya bianom enyi kwada me say no sika no was sie me na me nye se ebura mu nsu a wani a pensuo anom no ebenya bianom abena nyame sie wate
that's
na gim si say kura da say ni
everybody see me smiling on the camera but who creating impression but omo share your live you so who say my famous na me say it is ya who na wo be who say
me too catch a wuntimi hey I didn't know about that.
I
didn't know about that.
Tell them.
Say me too catch a crabia. Ya man someone what? Abnandi. And me name is near me co-character and Abraham way.
Hi everybody.
The hand in him way, you know. There's an apostrophe elsewhere. A define, you know. And on that, she must say, something that's innocent girl. Hey, Yabna. Nah, and watch them, young bastard down. And my Miss Ribby. Young bastard down from my ayo penny ko Damiado. Na as usual, we jina na so. Iti ahomache ebesi anwumre de sumu production nyina. He is the proud owner of the contents of the show. Na me wafa se Magjerry Osai Ashaiman. Ai ono so no ebochidom ne wafa kura ni wo otimi ebetene mo. Aseda so ko edema eye biamsi 1. Ai o share me on TikTok. Na chese otimi se ya de alert na breme. Che biamsi 1 you may know I've sent a notification. Ma kwahwe. Biamsi 1 na je otimi se odam yopo. Na ahoy biem yamfa seda emfa emma eye technical production. Ekwefriye no wen yamfa technical production no panyi kojo damendo ne eye magirosa na ekwefriye na ebo wo mo soso echi edom. The technical production the abra frema bankro. Ono so de ne dia ba no pay awie ono so de ne dia ba pa. Wani eye nana ya asafo ana nana ya asafo assist no ema eno so mo hwe streaming on various social media handles ema ekọ CC epeno na akire yasa de aseda e de ama engineering group achu agbo worker otiako de na jare nana abuaje adasan kunuma machia ne form wasesen sempro na facilities group no there big solo and dada and yaw Ubrana girlfriend ye different no na fe mapuna na fe DJ Bosco na mail so so asanmra ne say tay I just say bibia ebeko e de amayen and so say betimi WhatsApp here on 0506000909 repeat
Zero.
Mimi A. So
0909 na meet me account.
okay. 050
0909.
Repeat.
0506000909.
Ah, you got it right. Hey. We better to who go to say. Assemble na aba. Assemble na aba.
Asembia mai.
Anka asembia bank. Asembia bank ye. You be hwe papers no.
Yeah.
Na answer na be hwe first paper no. Panyi ko be na me nti ade we say. Na yemfa eno on osha the first newspaper. Daily guide. Or say the yehwe na daily guide no. Yemra me hwe because ya na ade a ahomete papa. Abrafa daily guide no. Na Ghana ni bia awie wu tie yen. Oti emen no. Abna ekenkan daily guide no. Na muma ya mo Ghana Armed Forces for no ho ban. Muma ya Ghana Armed Forces for hunu se. Ya tawo mochi. Muma ya Ghana Armed Forces for hunu se. Se ehia se omun defend Ghana against any external aggression. Ghana jina wo mochi. Eno nti abna enyina no ya mompaye wo yetrim kakra emfa ma Ghana Armed Forces abra wo bekenkan daily guide na yemfa emoye ho ban.
Wow.
Abra me and when Ghana was attacked, soldier in uniform attacking Ghana. Daily guide said
Daily guide say enisuo na eba yi because of Ashaiman soldier na che say omo wo ne sikan eku nu no na wo hwe front cover no so ultimate say ye de ne body ato what is the name
it just order slab so
slab so na ye de Ghana flag edra ne ho na ne yonku soldiers for no mu krekura ne mu a che say ebi share gloves ebi share nose mask ultimate say yes ye ko bury no military cemetery.
Almost the Kobema military cemetery.
Yes, that's
and I'm handing over Edema Ebusuya.
Yes.
Inti some of the one say Ghana and I Yahumaka. Ghana Armed Forces. Or she uniform no. She soldier at the end. When the soldiers are overrun, don't have a state of Ghana. Soldier for na two who see her. And my ye think na ye din chineno. Omun namboko. At the height of their almost so a Juma woman ye bogana hobain, the Ghana hobetono. Inspector General Police, Ufu Dampare, Dampi, Chiao. Whole night, one night, in an say, bit me already, Ghanaian Ghana of criminals. Woman, any or minor, a two or minor susa. Yeah, we any pabonini beer was say, no better tacky or minor, a year will be a uniform no, or minor so. And in the beginning, you know, and into sooner delegate see yes soon. Now, member of parliament, former member of parliament, dear, or your constituent, you know, and the bear wono. A dear no wakon wako catch no. Adena woman media for adjune enkoso. Adena we a member of parliament. Now, constituent. Yakumi ba ya obano representing the state na yakuni ya na ye nikan escalate e kwa waba no ho a yakumi ne ba no e dia na MP wakwaka che ne ba no e dia na former MP wakwaka che ne ba no na onu a yakuni ba no de onye wo constituent onu de wo ye MP a wonwene ne ho ima ankuri ima se onu a yakuni banu ni banu agina mu ma the state a yakunu no wo ye MP a wo se untimi nkwa no ho ame ye hu se o commiserate with a mother a yakuni ba criminals na yakuni ba ni father untimi nkwa no ho untimi nkwa na busuafo ho ame ye nhwe se media fo be hunu se MP no ye kum ni constituent ne bampo no wakọ akwaka bibi a kire wo mo o commiserate with them a year or ban ni bema na yakum wo mo ba no o commiserate with them first and say why you be here to aso SSC bia ba ye bia no etwase ye kan we want to see the MP former MP mon commiserate with maame no any papa no a yakum wo mo ba no in the circumstances say and say Ghana utimi gina baby emma ekoba say nipa bitimi to shaw so o campo ne be say ya wanwane Africa no ho a certain time amoma me fa de o mu pa bia no a ye de nsekan ebe wo Ghana ni bi obewu in such circumstances MP the kind ko aye surviving family no ho e ko ka bibi kire surviving family no ansa na SSS bia to aso no ya ba beka amene hunamane ameno wahunamane akoda ketua edi ne husi wo ma state no I was say Ghana Armed Forces this is the time Ghana ni bia be ma Ghana Armed Forces ehunu say ya tamochi na mo kwasuo ne bo ahina mo boye ho ban no mo ye no ma bi e ma ne tra so na no nkyere say ya withdraw your support for the Ghana Armed Forces enunti maami a yakun ba papa yakun ba I expect the MP and the former MP no a wogina ho no omo nyina anko maame no ho no omo make sure say media for eso cover media for so enka dia na ba ye nti a yakum soja ni no omiemu sasa question no are we safe in a society a soja ni mpo ne yeku ni sei Maxwell Mahama major I mean for the currency yire Barbara ene wo hene nipa bi ene nante ho ene circumstances ede ne yire Barbara yede no ekoye wey servicemen service personnel omuwu a ya na eba ne sen Raouf Rosini on a motorcycle now occur just like that. The year 7 months pregnant. The bus 7-year-old boy, 5-year-old boy, and the year no 7 months pregnant. Service personnel no omujina ho represent state. At every time obi she uniform no or representing the state. Now in the course of say ya bonia tia state no ya tuaso bia no ebroso a e ka ho asem emumumie elevate say e dienti na yetimi ekum a service personnel in such circumstances aso mahama injabuase case ne da ho wo court case no e da ho how many years in here case e da ho e wo court expeditious trial krano yentimi nye expeditious trial yentimi nye state no machinery no yemmo ho ban se e be bo eye ye service personnel no nyina no ye be dwene wo mo ho na asem sia yan commiserate with them first ye sie okay 21-year-old eye trooper civilians do se ne nyina ho siafo no keke na ho. That's a no issue. And on our screens, flowing from that incident, and a year show on our screens. Why should the soldier die in such circumstances appear not to be a national issue? Why should a soldier die in such circumstances does not appear to be of importance to us? Protect your soldier for no. I'm so protecting. Protect your process no so protect yen. When the police are overrun, nanka soja ni mpo de nka nsuro. Soja ni mpo de nka nsuro. Nti ejinamu soja fo no. Ya ma mu hunu se yeta wo machi. Ba so da bo ahina, on betimi ayam fom so. Yan ta wo machi, yan demonstrate yeta wo machi. No so aku wo mo ho ata wo machi amayen. Defense Minister Dominic Nitu, what's he saying?
I say, yemu omwa omushe uniform. Yemu omwa omushe uniform. If we say, omwa na omu boy ehun ban, intino. Omwa na omu protect your community near the and they serve us until we should protect them.
Now we see, you know, and the Chronicle say a year and from Sony Bia, a free mo abano. Chronicle say anything.
Our Chronicle say soldier for abo innocent people ewo Ashaiman. Now, everywhere no the actual say Parliament agia to mu say Parliament Ajiatum after meeting with the defense ministry say soldiers abu innocent people ewo Ashaiman. Yeah.
Inti nature say soldier for no. Wamu ho aka. Enu nti wamu etigu mu no. Eye nuoma wamu koye na Ashaiman no. Ana akɔwie sɛ nipa bi asɛm ne mfa ye ho baabia no yɛtimi akɔbu wɔ mo na wei ana kyɛ sɛ chronicle ama yɛtimi ehunu sɛ sei ana akɔsoɔ abna na yɛka ne sɛ di a na fe na wubusa ho sɛ sia no yɛbɛyɛ ne den ɔbɛyi ana ne ba awu a wɔkuri ɛyɛ sojafoɔ yi ana ɔmo so akɔyɛ amana toasoɔ ɛho mfomsoɔ ana abai enti yɛkɔyi abatan ɛdeɛ na woka sɛ yɛnyɛ ɛmfa ɛntoaso ɛyɛ comment sɛ yakum akɔdai yakum sojani ɔkɔ na ɛho nsɛm a ɛfiri mu baayɛ no sɛ afei akɔburu nipa atoasoɔ ama wɔne a ɛmfa yɛ ho mpo no ebi aka wɔ mo enti sɛ sei no na deɛ na woka ɛde afa ho.
I'm scared at this point, ADAKABRI, because of how you started the whole thing. Like, I don't know if what I'm going to say is going to offend you or the Ghana forces or...
Say it, because we are in a democratic world.
Exactly. Honestly speaking, I am very sorry that the young boy died. Honestly, me, I'm very, very, very sorry. Like, I mean, I can't begin to imagine what any parents ever go through. An animal maybe go to 20 or 21. Or you might know, baby, Ejina. Why you say it is very, very saddening. But I feel like I get that you are saying that soldier for no name we no boy home by, and it is true. Without them, we are nothing. But ADAKABRI, in all honesty, how many times now better say America soldier need uniform Roma? Yes, she come into what she set in a form. Look, I get it. They are the state. They represent us. But sometimes they abuse that power. They abuse it a lot. Most of the time, I have friends who will tell you what they have been through with soldier brutality. Sometimes, and the incidents had got nothing to do with the armed forces or whatever. The guy wasn't even in uniform at that time. Some friend now for by and then why is it supposed to be so? You are protecting us. Why are we supposed to be scared of you? You are supposed to fight our enemies. Why are you fighting us? Why do they make I say one time being a OKFM taxi driver be fair. A friend or say I okosi soldier ni bi wo omu place near Labadi. What's a Labadi?
Bema Camp.
That's Bema Camp.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that you don't park there. Because this soldier no, not soldier ni tinikano too. So man all catches on parking or catches soldier ni say, oh, much or say am I parking? And the guy was like, oh, someone name you move back on and I'm don't worry. And see no na all your room no na soldier for by say, hey, who him say I'm parking wa then and no can say, oh young soldier ni back na catch him say, and no you can't say that. That's a ADAKABRI see a child man was a barracks way. Or see offer for the fair credit or see in some munina yet to abuba. Say uncle shabuba or uncle to abuba no number. Meanwhile, it was one of your own. It was one of your own. I am not saying that they are not protecting us, but they should take it is as you are protecting. Sometimes I have met soldiers and most of them like to terror. It's like they like to intimidate you and terrorize you. They are very intimidating. Like one person, as I am a soldier, I'm above the law. Everybody keep quiet. You don't do that. You are human. You are human first before you are a soldier. And in all honesty, you are serving the people. You are supposed to serve us. So why are you supposed to brutalize the people you are supposed to protect? Because me who soldier ni bia. Honestly speaking, I mean who so bia kase only soldier ni bia in your encounter it was pleasant before. It's like they use their thing to like oh yeah why who can ask them na say. Because even or making mistake or road to Sukramenka. Hey, do you know why who I am? No, I pack. Then they are trying to tell. Look, I don't know. So that is how come maybe yes, some Ghanaians are saying this because of their experiences with them. I was saying, "Mama, yes, I'm mutikwa enye but more terrorizing citizens. Now, I was saying, "Your dom monanka." I was saying, "BBC, you can't be mamunumum." We are not because we know what we face from you people. And then about the fact that Musi you one of your own, I get it. It is never right. Say you soja ni ba kwa there. But to go there,
circumstances are you come soldier no. You're spending effort in trying to find out to say a DNT and yakuno. Has the state been finding out
I mean, we all know, sir, SMC or Ghana has say people amount for church or allegedly other social media who say the boy be or Ashaiman or the girlfriend na so that needs to go dating no say then way by. So that means there is a rumor. So did anybody go there to go and find out who is this particular girl? Where is the boyfriend? Is it true? Is there any iota of truth in that alleged story about Bontina Nade? But to go terrorize people.
We are trying to still find ourselves what kind of society money you want. You've given one aspect. Say, will be girlfriend and will go date, What kind of society you want to say? If it is to be accepted, say, will girlfriend and will be so a date, and nunti yakunwana.
That is, you see, ADAKABRI, nobody is saying that what that gentleman did was good.
That is if it's to be accepted.
If it is true, he is very foolish for that. I mean, what do you mean? Sorry to say, because you don't even know what future holds for you. You don't even know if this guy is going to be the one you have in future. We don't know. What he did was foolish. But me Diane say, first and foremost, since the old police, there was CID or investigative, then we have laws. We have laws in this country. I say, will be there investigation. So why then do we bypass all these things? Namwa kasamwa for helicopters in the call. Akwakobu innocent people.
Society na yetimono. Adenti enna obi beka say that me yire ana me girlfriend na me hunu say we esusu date no. Enu nti ebetimi a result say me nkrofo ana me so na metimi na me nkokunu na obna ukun no wie ye no sa oba no. Obekusuo ayede ani agye ho apel say be ma bi ba no na makum sa be ma no.
Yeti ha na akwa bi so no a church elder who said then and the girlfriend the year to come mu no who said the girlfriend no born ho ka ani akwa bi so omo ko said then okosi ni wo fie edi akwa na chi ba oba na shoot uye. Why people think the way they do we don't know. Abroche obi to me so no pass I hate Mondays no attempt to akoshoot obi a woni school. Some people are mad. And then some people psychology better to say go for now no more say it is probably from their childhood. Something happened to them, they were abused. Everybody has, we don't know why they did what they did, but that doesn't justify.
Yabako, edu baby ya jumpo because ye can on our TV screens, and 1, 2, 3, and a interview and yababo me, and I am saying to most and not dominated discourse, but society, you won't more say. Such an issue, if it is to be accepted, say, will be girlfriend, and I will be a date, and unti a year, and hones and samaba, yakum sojani, yakum, would a new sojani, yakum nipa, because of I shall about the Abia, yes, will be free Canada by circumstances are, yes, and then
I are granting you a girl on the bill, no.
Maybe the mean who see
I've seen it on the news. You see, I granted 50,000 Ghana
alleged circumstances say. And now we'll be to Canada and on high dama again, and again, as I will a swap will be so a boyfriend and a swap no so high down into a body Jinipa Musika, into a Jijo Musica. The entire person also comes in with a Mitchell. Say, what is so I don't know. Now, or by way, I can cut the amendment to the boom. Emma woo Bema Ekum and Nipa. On the basis, they say, Tawabano, what got to say, Obiano, no way, I been in society by money was ano.
You see, I think, say, we don't know what it is everywhere. ADAKABRI, baby, America can't say West. America, they are West. Obi to me, obi jai. Or see many word jai, or see Matia says only med jai. As talking na kokunu. Because on Tia said the entire jam. People, that's what I'm saying. We don't know why people act the way they do. And unfortunately for us, Ashaiman is known to be one of the very, very rough parts of Ghana. Like, who can't rough places are? That
is not to suggest it's any power or rough.
Oh, no, but I mean, it's part of the neighbor. Say, oh, no, be autism go be an error, but you can't say,
misconceptions.
Exactly.
So, what appears on our TV screens, what appears on our radio discussions, what appears in the newspapers, up to me, my conception, we say, wait to say.
So maybe I won't even be surprised based on maybe that's also warranted.
because
that's force
obi wapo adwuma aba obekwa akwahwe wo yire ene wo ma no ene wo so wo to aso akọ ne ge ho na ne wato aso no akọ ne ge ho akọ ne ge ho no na ge no so wo mpena bi mpena no so omo so kire no ena cheso afi omo de dadoa kitua bi wo na pampam ene de ne tena ne kam ne tiri so afu enti ede ne tena ne kam musa escort no a ede ne koduru ne fie gate no owura fie so so wantimi anka ankyere ne yire ne ma no se ye de dadoa wo ma pampam ene no saa na ene munsomo and I wear day and owu ye and oye day and owu ye so no enti society be mu ne was say who a girlfriend now who girlfriend kwado wonya no wade
deb
na sabi predu
ya ke kwa me nyeso so to be hwe no so to be hwe na konko fa so je ni nka ho
konko fa obi nka ho so no na wutimi go to the extent say obi aba ho be ma fufure bi aba girlfriend no I could go to the extent say me liquidating the pakro
or maybe he confronted him and was like who in them here who me bad who the Jimmy I mean we don't know I mean
but do you go to that extent
like I said people are mad ADAKABRI people are mad and you munyina na omaye naked but a lot of people are mad in Ghana
there are certain societies there are certain communities e wo Ghana ha ukofa ho no mo a ufri Roman Hill form ho no nam tire nkwa no ho se wo ba asafo marketer baabi ho no mo a
anadu yemfa ho circle baabi wo anadu yemfa ho
yes I was out here say ye de sika be wo
ye be robi wo na bi
na wo ka say wo betu battery wo so mani ntu battery no de sika ya wo wo nso so wa nto obu ase o de sika wo no tire ye say na wo hye Lacoste mu odu na wo hye singlet na no odu enti chete ka spleen ni kakra bi na wo spleen sika kano na wo tu moja less than 10 minutes
you die
spleen no me nchiro ba bia spleen wo yam
I don't know judge
I because ni papa ni bi say opeso okun wa no de sika na be wo so spleen no say sika wo spleen no mu ete ho kakra less than 10 minutes tu moja ubewu na he pa ni betimi do afri edu akọ the nearest hospital under 10 minutes so your society no baby a ye keka kono baby a society ni ye keka kono enche
uzi any South Africa be pan
yes I was say adien tina was say adien ya na sa wa back no ye ma wo adien ya na sa ba ma ko
ya ye bia ma wanka bo say sentia
the people say adien pa na wa bu esu a kire wo
na make us ko ye bia so ka say oh la la sentia
adien pa na te ye bu esu a kire you kill because of that
I mean
for
you might know poche some for you might know on dog on this how is you men are very territorial obekum kra na nya about odo ana bibi about obekum kra na about is mine you can't touch it I mean we don't know if it is true or not but I mean Ghana soldiers monto mo kakra
you won't do that
you are me because the COVID by say bakubi you say I will lash you and I'm say you lash me say you will lash me say
enti sama cancer no and am any more
me say you will lash me say why would you lash me
no so
what did I do why would you
and one lash you
they be COVID aba mo say COVID aba mo say mo obi yeah mu bi o media pass aye dipie ya power adwuma medru ka so we ya o say why go back and I'm saying I'm going to my house I say I should go back I'm even showing you my media pass madam don't annoy me and I'm like why do you people do this no, what about you? I mean, come if you're about 10 minutes. What are you talking about? So I should have knelt down and said, I am sorry, Oga, for nothing I have done.
Abena, abontene, she uniform, nye soja mpe, or your service personnel, no she uniform. To mind how you conduct yourself.
ADAKABRI, this is what we do, and it is not fair. ADAKABRI, this is how we do, and it is not fair. You can't tell me that when somebody is talking to me anyhow, when I haven't done anything wrong, instead of you to condemn the person, instead of you to condemn their act, you are calling me for defending myself. Me that didn't do anything. Me na mapo me juma no. Me ko me fear no. Me do a upa mo bia, and I'm trying to show you my badge, my media pass. I have a media pass. Madam, will you go back? And I'm like, why? I have a media pass. I have to get home. When baby, I'm to my home area. Who catch them is ADAKABRI. You see, this is why they act the way they do. Because we make them believe that they are above the law. No, we are all Ghanaians.
Oh, sir.
ADAKABRI soldier, now they what down them now you call ball by force by fire go.
You can't emergency powers, sir. When you say COVID in the no. The president issued an executive instrument And that executive instrument was governing what we needed to do.
Exactly.
And it may be say, what executive instrument was saying.
ADAKABRI Yanka say your essential jobs you are allowed to come to work. Yanka. So would you see a nurse? Wapon ejuma. Wouldn't say president need him run a buy and say nurse for betting yakwa ejuma. It's a nurse na pon ejuma na obana wo catch and say on sign a chino on kwahin wapon ejuma.
Okay, show. Escalation be na what wanim ho. And now or no one and now in the circumstance no.
There was no escalation. I was there.
If I could finish. The caution I mean the man say service personnel need a uniform. Men no encounter
I get what
the service personnel would always have an in charge. At the best you could ignore the was say go back madam no and then ask who is that.
The person is telling you to go back on open the jam. You could be saying please who is your in charge number who many so. You see you are not there and you don't get the situation. You know there are certain there was one policeman who arrested my Uber. Arrested me Uber no. At that time it was a taxi. And then we didn't know what was happening. And then the guy was like, apparently it was because of me he had actually stopped the guy. Guy in nature and said, oh, way. Or see, who knew way, for bra. Or the way, boss, who knew way. Or the way. After then the crack says, I made the number man now, Obejaya Mayako. That was what this policeman said. Who you were, Juma no. After the would mean. So the entire time, I was like, I was really in a hurry. I'm like, okay, I'll give you my number. But the man, no, now he had his camera turned on me. I didn't understand why. I thought maybe I'll bomb my number. I did cheer na I imagine me the minimalist or friend me because when I knew that was what I wanted to do. The one was happening was say hi madam and I'm saying who is this and I say I'm the policeman there and I'm saying please I don't know who you are, don't text me again. And then this man sent me a picture of my bottom half, like my lower body, no, my thigh. No, say I took this picture of you yesterday. You are there. How is this fair? Me drive an eye on from so on yes, I can't go be after do because I was the first aid kit. Now you have taken photos of my bottom of my thighs and everything, and you are sending it back to me that madam why is this cool? So supposing I got angry.
The woman say I was say it me echo under a transformation. It me my citizens. How once the Canadian police for come trouble say every caller to the station is a potential ally. I was say your community policing. Ebemu ye. The woman yina say, oh Dr. KK Manfo, nyame fa krensi baby obia. If ye be a men's a womb. Na ya so a men's for no. And the beji yen ama in totality no. The beka security forces no ashe. Na ya ka almost sha. Afi the beba say. Who will fear intending to enjoy your peace, somebody will just come in. They say, I didn't know what did you know when you did. Now, Okuta Seka, I know the Susu. Our ransaku fear Hunina, one shakrana. I won't know why you're in the basa, when you bar, why you're banner basa. Yeah, I was here and say, I was saying, you know, Kwani Befaswa, defense minister, and I respect men in uniform, but also. I mean, can come off us, no, near brand here. Wafa, please. Let's call a spade a spade. These uniform guys think they are more human beings than in uniform. They are more human beings than us when they are in uniform.
Yes.
They should learn to respect citizens. Wafa, don't justify their excesses and acts of baloney on how citizens are angry with the security forces. Now, is it a case to say, how to coexist with the security forces? And out of the numbers, a insignificant percentage of up to 0.05%, now assign the whole noble institution. As some of that say, the man can't say, Obi Ekabibia men defend all rights. When they are in uniform, mindful of how you confront them. Because Soja Nino and now Prosinino, Soja Nino especially, but go through training via the mindset, he will not allow himself to be conquered. Training I didn't know. ma kwan say akonka no enkanya sa enka onia no hye mufti oso eso yeni right and all jonso baby a ense so jonso and ye attendant na kire ne say there be untime nwonso ha okodwonso ha at the how dare the attendant and unti opa attendant nani
soja ni
honest so you soja but name do betimi agi atwom an say at the end of the day opa attendant nani so no attendant no na beti emuodu and na also so pai ni bie opa ni bie no and na nipa kro no no hye soja atade so so soja no e brandish pistol the brandish pistol no and attendant no e bo modene e draw e ye prosini bia no ye nearby e SWAT ni and no draw attention SWAT ni no e baye no na sa nipa no ode ne firearm no ode a share bag mu SWAT ni no e discipline e ye nipa no a oso ye soja ni no inti there are certain excesses adubebu sa ho say chese training ben ye dia ma no edi anhwe yi a ye say en to akwada no ene bath water ni nyina ento ngo sama da wan say akum soja ni edi hwe Israel eno ni neighbors ye kum Israeli soja baako kasi mebesie ye kum Israeli soja baako po kasi mebesie enti some mindset no ye discerning enough we would know that what could come out if a soldier is killed in circumstances are military police, ordinary police, intimate unrivaled here. Name momono. Ya chika crabby. Has there be an instance in that community? Ya bruso jania where mu as ya bono eteteno. Ya na ewo community for na dwenem. A dear na wo soldier for na dwenem. A dear na oman no to disabuse community na dwene against soldiers. Well, a year soldiers na dwene against our neighbors. We nyina na money a was here to uko community bi kura na as a first step no community engagement. Also uhunu kwan a ubetimi awura community no mu a offend the community for no. The bibi ni a almost agye wo adi atum. Now we may be failing say yenye sa de no more. Ankanya sa proper soldier ni pa no. Soldier a pro ni pa, soldier ni pa no. And in life enye presently, enye eminently in danger. Those are the two key words. Presently, eminently in danger, unreacting. Answer no very reacting no. Then in life, on the personal life no, a year presently and eminently in danger. Answer no reacting.
So with what you said about the attendant in the, was his life in danger when he brandished that?
And I'm saying SSS no. And now until me can't say, what in the so you so no. It be the only reason I be so so is say it be your brandish firearm no. Other than that, until the mass SWAT ni no, a buy no, but me discipline no. Person need to be discipline no. Because at the time no so na de no. Unko to say soldier ni ayabon ma military police a question that. Soldier ni oba one thing no ayabon omo mobo. Soldier ni ba one thing no ayabon a omo mobo. Adia military police de be no. Adia military police de be no. But as a yen kan kire yen yanya effort National Commission for Civic Education minim say yomo dwumo. I say who could be doing this? Public Education Bureau bio. So nanke ye educating say soldier ni no te wutimi kura ma superiors ehunu say why you say me etimi identify na the military police de be ye no on nan so da ye da but angle na ye ko no say ya hwe yi a be escalate the presumption odo asonto form a defeated the police. Now it is the army says asem when namase they defeated the police. It is not the army.
How did they defeat the police?
Inti odu asoto form a omo hideouts no omo no elements ni bi no they can't know. Now it is in their minds omo defeated the police.
And I'm asking how did other you police ni bi o baby anana yenhu ana
common noa leaders be a shama combia dim quadabie no. Your friend is saying, me I'm off asi. A year a brandy ya. You can away. Kwaku Sheriff was saying. Your friend saying Sheriff. Black Sheriff. Only in the latest video no. And now I say from Konongo. I will share video no. Now Oma Kojina Lakeside. And Omo back Konongo. Look at the boys. Omo and the Ghana you almost say.
Boys not your music video.
And yes, a particular boys, but
the gang.
Channel, the story that it portrays. Say we share video no. Now someone walker. Omujina a year bosom train. Now omo back on ongo. A common nam swa. Watch that video. I be say sir, young boys, you know. I'm in Ghana, you are mudia. The leaders have failed them. The leaders now fail you, Omono. That boys, you know. Omon come won't tibi. And Katu Omon come mubia. The
leaders, you mean our leaders in power?
The leaders.
Yeah, like go for more power. Muna, which leader exactly? Our leaders in power. They have failed the young boys. If they are the ones that have failed the young boys, then they are the reason why these young boys have become the way they are.
I don't need social norm. To just compare Dr. Riafe, a friend Akenten. I was a sociology department at the University of Ghana. Look at it. Shasam Rantiano, Omana Ghana, you almost say. Omana Ghana, you almost say. Oma bre, a command Tiwamo and Omu Pie. Nothing will stop them.
Command the woman.
It is some boys now command the woman, Breno. They won't allow anything to stop them. And Omu come underground. Omu defeated the police. Now it is the army. So is the army also throwing the gauntlet? It is young na sociologist for any criminal clinical psychologist for any I don't know. And she moi. Yes, sir. I'm here video like a I'm happy. Don't.
Baby, I walk on.
Baby, I make
guitar.
But look at them. Show me to the home.
And you have to listen to the lyrics of this young boy. What he's portraying with his, though it's music, but the music speaks much wilder words that resonates with the spirit of these young men out there who would not take anything for granted.
I'm the only Ghana say.
So our security architecture must pick up. We are like at a crossroads, right? Like the street boys. The ghettos.
They own Ghana now.
I am so happy about the fact that you are adding the impediment for that it is their fault. Like, I mean, whose fault is it? It is this.
The state has a responsibility.
I will say, I like the fact that you said there should be a transformation.
Yes.
It's a transformation. No? ADAKABRI, I get that you are saying that, oh, Omunombe protect BBC, they will be the ones there for us and blah 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 blah.
You link up with him, no?
So it is a training no mukona at the end of the day, never messy up with Omajeno. Like Broche says, uko war bar. Never more therapist because when a PTSD,
yes.
What to shoot in
yes.
So there should be something to show them that Okoba, we're a civilian. You talk to them nice. You treat them nice. Don't bully them with the uniform.
Yes.
Then you can tell the civilian that because no civilian, I can bet you that no civilian will wake up and say, I have seen a soldier. I deliberately want to disrespect him.
Because
for no reason. No reason, ADAKABRI.
Train last week Thursday, was it? Yes. Last week Thursday. Nami wo Tepa, the Asante region. Na Tepa immigration training be ekoso ho. Na trainer no. Ana maba we be name rantie bi etetete wo maboboa no. Ana odi immigration training for no. Almost a white interlocks be white shorts be. Ana o training do mo ba no black. I think strong.
No, and we're a nice one.
Okay, we're a nice one. Train and no trade immigration for no.
Yeah.
And the one who say civilian population eti honum and almost to a street no fear be or left, fear be or right. And no that the way train and was humiliating trainees, you know, just to show off to the civilians to say he is in charge. and o training omo hey and o dia bada kwa go hey na me say di I dey na makoka bi tapa montre so last week Thursday it was around 4:35 p.m. I was tepa mukwaka trainer no say don't humiliate trainees in front of citizens.
Then they have the right to
come
and prove themselves.
Then to almost so bad. Moment na mutu wadu mani ye jojo ya mo jani mu bedi no nyonyo.
Ana e bi so onu so exercise ni o ye na ejuma civil because hey from kono wa yehu. Anya ona na last week tia wa ase. And now we na ve ma adio chere. Ka o be
so am de o. Enti ma min kinkan lawyer panyini bi na de ba ye. O say ADAKABRI. What happened in Ashaiman is that the military have virtually thrown the gauntlet at the state. And the state has blinked. If we don't allow the rule of law to work in this land, we are all at risk. There can be no justification for the murder of the young soldier. But there are lawful processes to deal with that.
Exactly.
There are dire implications for all citizens from what has transpired in Ashaiman. And the earlier we investigate with a view to preventing a reoccurrence, the better for us all. Right now, in the circumstances, citizens are worse for it. The rule of law is critical for the survival of this republic. Alas, there's much to be done to help us, God. Lawyer, Penyini, and all the way.
Yes.
Lawyer Penyini,
what happened to the soldier was
regrettable.
Was an unfortunate. But we have, like I said, there was CID or criminal investigation. Or military police or then. Are they not supposed to do investigations first? You just come and terrorize the whole community.
In the last 24 hours, the hierarchy of the Ghana Police Service has made significant arrests, but they are not telling us. Why are they not telling us?
Suspects. They can't come and tell you.
But at least
find the killer.
If you have made a significant arrest, tell the citizens, say, we have made, because nipa kakrebi and na eye bibi amana baye nyina yeso. When you have made a significant arrest, tell the citizens to assure citizens, say, because so can soldier for earlier peace or there was a word in it. That word has been glossed over. Question Brigadier or say regrettably and we a responsibility to highlight words that if the armed forces are saying say regrettably you use that word the regrettably no and corner said no and you two anugu almost and almost delete side so nanka you bet me hapo on that word so regrettably and court said you see a core a year no
you hope you on that word, then what were we going to achieve by that?
What we would have achieved in say it would have atoned for the Nipanua or citizens say wa shamana one can be shame na ya cheno abuno near humiliating near degrading.
So okay, so you mean by saying regrettably, no, as my passive is natural and like
I'm to say bibi and kye
what dia to mo but uji to mo what catch as my dia to but what like it's regrettably
I say what we are say now say me do be from me na oka I am sorry me do be 16 na mekasa because I am sorry atwaso
when I'm sorry oka say it's like saying oh but regrettably I drank the whole bottle of water. Have I apologized to you? Have I brought down your pain? So using that word regrettable now wrong is wrong and right is right. I was wrong. How you react to my, let's say I have apologized to you for your water. If you decide to insult me and say, how dare you, stupid girl, what, I must be sorry because what I did was wrong. I caused your reaction. It took to me can't say why am I there? Oh, patch on me both with why I got retracted. And then you are not sorry.
Abraham.
Yes.
Yes, you say.
Aye.
Nipa bone for no.
Aye.
Omuti ye radio say. Nipa bone for no. Omuti te radio.
But some boys no more black share video no.
Dabi. Oh, I'm
No, I don't mean them in particular. I mean the type.
Yeah, but yeah,
that boys way.
They are now trying to find out whether the wheels of law is catching up with them. Into butu radio, and na omutie say, explosive one ben na soldier one ben. So and the woman say, the more ye condemn soldier for one say, oh my God, for Ashaiman, no matter yadam,
embolden them.
Not your mom say, yes, you cry no. Say, state need to be focused. At the pressure to military police, so at the pressure to police, so say, investigate. Let's find out who and who are doing this. Let's find out. Because in the communities, for food communities.
But you see, why is it that? Don't you think our laws don't protect people who, I say, yeah, what this thing where you can't snitch when you're in a particular neighborhood? Because when you say, "Who snitch on this bad boy?" Or trying to police you imagine get no say you don't call witness protection. You will be left to face these boys by yourself. It took opportunity now, but down there now and there. What will you do? Then you will shut up. The thing is that how do we protect the citizens? Because I don't think say your mommy be our we say because Ashaiman their parents there. I don't think mommy be able to nimba for say bad boys no more area no mundiagro. I bet they will even want to raid these boys from their neighborhood.
I'm not the only
but what how do we protect the civilians who come and choke the bad boys to us? How do we protect them?
The woman say in certain societies, in certain jurisdictions, emrewa and kwala in protected. Abrewa e cancer much police under confidence. Akoda ni maame ne papa mpo edi nkomo ofie na mo yabone a akoda no in protecting the state you know. I'm a teacher.
That's it, but akola ne maame ne papa ka so omum pa asem bia cause omum pese wunti akola ntiti ukoye bisa wakase wunim hwe. Because your mother will beg you the child.
Assembly was Ashaiman circuit court to say Akwadani a 15-year-old girl. And then papa can't say I was on any da. Now a form of a ritual a memory be also on any da. Panina Akwadana adda a 3 times. Akwadani and your GD when the teacher move. And then the teacher what me a catching teacher echoes with it. I me papa ne mada. Timiama instances ade papa ne die nyina 3 times no akani nyina timiama estimated time kwa papa ne die. Encourage the children enunti and in certain jurisdictions ubusa akwada under 10 the dia na abayo baka say police because they should help us read our society emire wafo butu empumam e was certain jurisdiction as we to we ya hata no or observe with the across street in this nyina asem si dictative no ebe target abrewa no a owo route no so no aha say no ya man no ma bi agensemu and na ya overplay insignificant number of service personnel no o musuban enye no enunti yentimi ni eye ensese prison ni kra no omotena barracks. I was say police barracks are who do nyina no. I was say you're turning nyina run. Niama prison for nyina better community num.
Exactly. Then that one there.
Our Kaneshi police station, one kwatna denta. Our denta police station, what take aswa. So they would never know so your police. Asem sia, omube dim komo amanate underlying current, you know. Communities no ye nim kwala aboni e wa communities ni mu nyina.
Exactly.
Oba fie mane maami wia no ho de aduane ma nanadwo. Oba fie mane maami de aduane. Na nam say yetimi identify this is a policeman. This is a soldier. And into the normal because so no. Enti senk ye hwe the police for no. Omo do free police barracks wo. Na omo konko tena communities no. Baby odini process no. And say ho or you process no. It you never get to know say or you process ni
and I say onye.
Mpeni for na bedru. Na abna run or final comments. As
final comment is
of substance.
Who can say emrewa for ADAKABRI kwa Accra. Oko Accra, you see the boys
Accra
that I mean the whole Accra like baby mami for number brain baby boys no omu pick you from your bags and stuff. When you get there and somebody is trying to rob you, do you know how the women get you? Who can say emrewa for no money bibia boys never boom mami for no ton ade ni because
come on be we say you no there
mami ni person oh we are no like as opposed we are no I'm not Mary what come up me shall me trust the mommy and as you are going she's as a Mary I me have trust the mommy me shall me trust the and then sometimes if you listen close enough you go to her she tell that obag ni me no Ashana no there I just see the fata obag ni when no you do it and then but they are scared because under normal circumstances so you conform mature I wasn't coming to me body deny but these women can't. It is a maybe the these women no these older women can say something no it's not in every neighborhood. But I feel like DNA I was so called down your idea is very fantastic. I mean integrate them in our neighborhoods, put them inside like Masuda for a police for bear 5 undercover no muti Ashaiman hobby they be then we know that we have something but till then until they stop terrorizing us.
In the political sphere, they did political party for the political leaders party, and then the party police. Prosifua Shasumadiye, a Prosifua Aboduku, Prosifua say, Abra, Same, you perceive gain you confidence.
Yeah.
Let me gain you trust. I have to try and relive your lifestyle.
Yeah. Be relatable to me.
And no pa, and I'm a show. I need to focus on only one person. This time, Abna, sorry, echo bathroom. Free bathroom, Obeko, Akoso kettle, no. Into every single word, I be free man, no about me, show, no. I am focused on that time, say, sorry, Obeko bathroom, cane, free bathroom, Obeko Akoso, a kettle, no, so Baby TB. Now, at the same time, so be pencil, she be or Dico Jarin Kalano. That time say we're free enti wo radio ni no and says wouldn't was say woman pakoko jai watch bo because you are announcing the times intermittently.
Yeah.
And information at the man no that time was see motorway no so or what could be happening on the motorway. Once someone who can every 15 minutes man new psyche and what is happening they say Rosifo no and ne ebi boduku ebi boy Omo a intelligence-led policing for no. Na yet to a man way mu. And na Inspector General Police no dampi. Ojina was it Puno region. And also and the process when be kura to me about 2 in order to underscore what is happening in that sector. Yet me and your campaigns no are ultimately ni betimi to ase. Process when be kura to me you am want to say there.
Some of them even get stuck in it. So because
Exactly.
I mean, those ones were very proud of them.
But it's almost specialist unit. A story be by online portals and so especially the Ghana web no. I pay more attention to comments and grow for ye.
Not the story.
Story no. Cursory look of the story, but pay attention to the comments. I've been attempted I didn't say also come and grow for say what to tell woman. They even don't realize, say, in a civilized society, you tell people from committing a crime. Men fan to tell woman committing crime.
Yeah, who says
now and nothing at the shop who say shoplifters will be prosecuted. On my own shoplifting ye and ya show. Into one man conquer your panini ye into our IGP name who say, and then there's a unit, specialist unit, or yes idea way, and so no. And now say, yen to an among. Entimi stretch our mind mantino or my rather took it upon themselves say omo lambasti IGP noir and lambasti IGP noir and lambasti IGP noir. There's even one of the specialist security experts and grofua up panatu say one of the one can dampare was and pada and into a time dampare. Ras says Sandy Pano. The wood tear warmer pound qua somewhere. Dampina Minoka say. Say you know na me no ka say utie wo mo pe onko asem no a you may make a mistake. Times listen to omo pe asem no
because they will find fault with what
they would always be comfortable telling you adia enye wo ho because omo do magi atum say omo pe asem yem balance. But now abena can be bitchy how to have a good society. A young woman like you would always feel comfortable to do what you require of yourself, and the rule of law would apply in Ghana. Abna, let's hear you.
I feel like, in all honesty, like I said, The police say they are our friends. They should really, really be our friends. They should be our friends because, I mean, we would prefer the police, but we like them, but the soldier people, I mean, they should really stop terrorizing us. They should. It is not helping us. Because, like I said, we should be comfortable with you. We should be fighting for you in the comment section, but we are not. And why is that? And ADAKABRI, it is not just 5% or 10% of the police or the soldier force that are bad. More like 50 or 55.
I go school.
Oh, Jai.
It's your unscientific. Hey, what ADAKABRI to the whole BSC? I say good afternoon, sir. My mind is airborne inside Kingsland, and I'm doing the listening live with Angela Kwasua Kweduama, sister Matilda Ashaiman, aka Pervy, both inside Coventry. Oskani Deborah Wiafe of Westminster University. Richmond Kwabna Apia, aka Ubasanja of Greenwich University. Amanda Apia of Kent University. Ernestina Fripa, aka Oba Bandam of Brunei University, Osbridge. Nana Kuyadakwan, aka Lady Kiss. Yaya, both inside Wembley. Foster Pong of Welling. Nana Krama and Yvonne Osubekum, aka Mafia, both inside Wolverhampton. DJ Nesta of Wilson Junction. Florence Jebi, aka Yafua of Flo's Kitchen, inside Camberwell. Love Brifu, aka Majua of Nottingham. Shaggy, inside Northampton. DJ Couscous of Greater London. Nana Masiedu Sapon, inside Renham. Florence of Bing, aka Madame Flo, and Stanley Bobo, both inside Catford. Coffee Stone, inside Manchester. Akosua Frakuma, inside Edmonton Green. Ignatius Brefo, aka Junior of Camberwell. Emmanuel G. Star Frimpong, aka Nigaji of Bracknell. Wafa, congratulations goes to the president-elect in Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Warm regards, reaching out to Linda Ansong, aka Abna, for Tasty inside New Jersey, USA. And Emmanuel Oseusu, MPP panel, Toronto organizer. MPP panel or panel, you mean to say. Toronto organizer, fantastic show of Master P. And I already say, bye. Inti soldier for no, impeni for not nothing. Na yemra, na fino, yensai, ene womo, emra me debe, emra me dinkomo. Na me fami soldier for no, so you know, emfa entudwa, na upia so, enya butre, na ontiebi. Na ya hwan no, ni anwunwene ya hwan. Tina yatimi adwendwene ye ho. Na graphic carries that exclusive interview with the Inspector General of Police. And a graphic at the Abba. Graphic at the bar, you know. Was say police create 7 new regions into a bit of the Ashaiman Bay, and then looking at bringing effectiveness and efficiency in the work of the Ghana Police Service, bringing police closer to your doorstep. Into visibility naturally, the police are getting closer to your doorstep. Into Beka Krano, the police are there. Into Yehunu said the Bisiako. But I can't shama so I want some kakra. I can't shama, I want some kakra. And I said, you can, and the paper tells us that the youngest police region, Tema region, which was created in 1966, and I dare graphic to go and do their research. The youngest police region, Upper West Regional Police Command, Dr. Hilary Mam, and a Shasia, Upper West Regional Police Command, and a J.J. Rollins, Ebetuaso. It is the first Upper West Police Regional Commander, Francis Poku, a National Security Minister. So in no way can you say Tema region and the youngest police region. Debbie. Upper West was taken out of Upper East and Upper West Regional Police Command and Francis Poku. Dr. Hilary Man, they just free Upper West in now or they call Upper West. And they said J.J. Rollins therefore yada. It's the first person I'm going to call now or your superintendent of police, your friend Mr. Francis Poku, and Francois, National Security Minister. And a graphic Mohammed records. Say first the youngest police region Tema, but rather Upper West region 1982 at the Baye. Dr. Adam Bona Yamwatanasi.
Major so.
Kwekwanan. I'm answering the Beko police the anymore. Yeah. Yenny comments kakra. What has happened? So would ye a year me offer Abraham Wea. Genuinely, she's interested in having Obakan's rule of law operate in Ghana. And Ghanaians have the freedom to do whatever the law says they can do and not to be terrorized by any institution. How do we ensure security forces do not terrorize your fashion? But possibly citizens can, criminals can terrorize her. Dr. Adam Bona.
Where do you offer me ba hatchet?
Aye.
You know a telephone call.
Yes.
Minya kwekwana wapome. Ojama sama mama.
Aye.
Ohwehwe me krabium. Yes, so said you be say, let me say. Yakwa ni say over the period, yen ohwe you cannot into me. You see, shaman as a shaman. Was it the day after independence? You to mean treat we cannot treat it in isolation. Ninti Americans and say what took place before we even got the the Gold Coast Constabulary, where they had to go and bring some Hausa and from
West African Frontier Force.
Yes, and to the kind of saying Ghana 40 of them to come and form the first police kind of saying force. Fast forward, Usha, the 1966 coup no, Panum and instigate coup no, soldier for any police for, and subsequently we have had a whole lot of disturbances with regards to takeovers, termination of democracy. So I can't say Buzi Abreso, Ushe Liman, and today we have the Fourth Republic, and in all of these interventions, had the military and as a soldier for played a role, and in the First Republic, for instance, police for played a role, and so we cannot treat what is happening in isolation. what we have in the end to me, with the parameters. And to me, define the parameters. And so, I say, oh, they, what's the name? Abuwa Jata, any Debbie, Nefa Dog Sabum. The work of these are two distinct arts. Even though they all belong to you can say one group, no. These are two distinct with two different mentalities. And so what we haven't been able to do is to let the police know their role in society and let citizens know their role in society. Let the military know their role in society. So over the period, no, idea protocol my friend overlap. To have various overlap because a drew baby I'm say Kumase obi etutina basi bim a movie bas no of our the lawyer and I'm sure there are a lot of clinical psychologists. I'm not a clinical psychologist, but at least my background I have a bit of knowledge, studied a bit of these things. Obi anyone na dwunum da ho a sabi is it Asaf?
Yeah, Abinchi. Okay, let me give you the background. Quick one. Now, and also so you put it in perspective.
Yes.
VIP branded bus.
Yes.
And Oko Asaf baby from Abinchi.
Abinchi.
I want engineering.
Yeah.
Engineering. And the bus is no. Oko minor repairs near the major ones no are done at a book room or some shop. And this is the third time. Obi akwa Abinchi. Now, wakofa bus every home. What happens in say? And I'm the bus in the door so huntino. A be a net driver in the hall. Now I was here move bus no. Now yet me Ashaiman.
Yeah.
Into Debian we leave the keys in the bus. Into Debia the key in CNE. Into Debia key in CNE. The first time Obi kofa bus wo, but it was a 2-year-old bus. Okofai, it me the 2 free honum. Edi koko see MC Jashi a honum. Emma otutu ho no manyina TV ni batteries ni ade a 2-year-old bus here drum bed and otutu ni nyina. Second time omo de kwosha anraga eho and nso otutu ho no manyina. So this is the third time incidental then he can say this particular bus will go so no eyo hine kese bus.
Okay, so now you put it in the right perspective. It means that this is a incident reoccurring. But you see a mob mentality no. Omunsaka bemuana obetina bus no bus no. Whether accomplices no he omuku no dead. And so that person is gone with all the evidence. I am narrowing it down to the fact that yentumi and educated the populace to understand taking human life is something you shouldn't do. Uchi nipana emrano ema wo kwan say wo private citizen. Uchi nipana ba uchi nipano emrano say crime na AC no e say si e wanim if you are a private citizen. A police if one nkwan amrano say
reasonable grounds of suspicion.
Yes, a police if one nkwan amrano say reasonable suspicion between actual work you for 48 hours and you so nihia no aja ho now. So uhwe ne ACC largely it has with a lot of distrust where, and I will not narrow it down to the police, the citizens and the military. The entire, we've had this conversation before, the entire criminal justice delivery system, I say we have to relook at, because first of all, I know, prosecuting these cases in court is very difficult. I won't zoom into any of them. Case back court. Na obehena where to me where come when I was on my way, I was listening to they said case BAC around School Junction. You can't say school you can't say Ashaiman School Junction area more. Girl now the girl involved has been granted bail. You can't say bail it's a idea. A discretion of the court.
The bosom of the judge.
And so, after Martin Kwebu case, all other offenses, you can be given bail once the judge feels say they shouldn't be holding you because holding you should not be a punishment, according to that ruling.
And to me, the say, the moment we begin to feel that the courts probably free people when they commit a certain crime. So you hear people, oh, you're cheating on your money bail. I didn't think you say money bail. But when you flip the coin, if it is you, would you have wanted to be given bail? And for me, I always say that the rule of law must work. And if the rule of law must work, as citizens, we should actually probably undertake some education with regards to what is rule of law. Because then I was in London, I think 2005, around that time. I was still resident there. When just around Woolwich, the Woolwich Town Center, you know Woolwich is very close to one of the military bases in PA. A soldier had actually taken permission to come to Halifax Bank, the then Halifax Bank, come and do some transaction. And that was when we had all this Al-Qaeda something. And the guy was killed just around the post office. Have a post office. This guy who killed this soldier, the police came, arrested him, and then took him away, I think with some accomplices. But at the end of the day, there were no reprisal attacks, even though there's a military base just across the Woolwich Town Center. We didn't see that. We know that it would be because psychologically, the military over there believes that probably the law would be fair and just with them. So we need to probably do a bit of research to see whether what is culminating, what is pushing our military officers. And you remember the late, he's now late, I can't say, Namfuri.
Peter Tinganaba Namfuri.
Tinganaba Namfuri. When Tola and Kweku Ninja were killed at Ablekuma. When he entered Ablekuma with his men, by the time they were coming back, we could only see smoke. You remember? When he and his men entered Ablekuma, these two police officers who had been killed and buried under rubble, they were able to find them. And those who killed them, they fished all of them up. But by the time I went to Ablekuma, back no. Now you can't say it was just smoke that was bellowing out.
Terminator.
And so today he's late. Anybody who was around back then would confirm this. And so maybe they say we have not really taken a critical look at what has happened to us over the period. If you look at this, zooming into this Ashaiman case, why would anybody, you are cost an innocent 22-year-old, you see, for the other ranks, you can go up to about 55 years. So let's say he's going to go up to 55 years, and he's now 22 or 21. Comfortably, you can say this young man still had a soldier life of about 32 years. Yes. Or 33 years. Yes. And he could feed himself, serve his country, serve his family,
and bury his mother,
and bury his mother and probably his father and his other people. Unfortunately, some people felt that, we could take his life. It didn't matter who he was. We could take his life and let's take it. It doesn't matter. And so mine is that whilst you are admonishing, what do you call it, the soldiers, whilst you are saying that we should allow, for me, rule of law, it should never be contemplated. Say it is something we should put to the back burner. No, whilst you are admonishing the soldiers, we should also find it within ourselves to say that the excess use of force on even ordinary citizens by ordinary citizens too much, so that if you are fighting with somebody over a girl.
Aye.
The person could just see you and say, "Oh, Julo, a real."
And the whole society will pounce on you.
No one would ask a question. They will pounce on you. They will kill you. Then when they are done, then they see. The person will do. So sometimes we behave animalistic instead of allowing the fact that we have police stations all over this country. They are all over the country. Watching the panel. Send the person to the police. Be ready to give testimony or witness, bear a witness to what has taken place. And so mine is that I have had conversations since this issue happened, and I have tried to be very balanced and say that, but I will tell you one thing. You know what happened in 79? You remember? This is a very sensitive issue. The 79 coup, which category of soldiers undertook it? You remember?
Yeah, junior ranks.
Thank you. This soldier who was killed, what rank does he belong to?
Junior rank.
Thank you. I'm just zooming into something and say that, you see, history is there to shape the way we move forward. If there is no history, then there is nothing. Going forward will be baseless. So mine is that, do we know how the other ranks feel? Do we know how the other ranks feel?
Are we looking to find out?
Are we looking to find out how the other ranks feel? Until such a time that we want to know how they feel. But if we continue to say we don't care, they're breaking the law. Yes, they're breaking the law. I mean, for me, I condemn what they did. But the truth is that, do we know how they feel? Anybody who is as old as I am and saw the 79 coup, I grew up in Tema, and we had, the White House very close to where I live. I mean, the soldiers actually ruled, right? The soldiers, and this facility I'm talking about is not too far away from the Ashaiman place. So maybe the say, what they did shouldn't have happened. You see, what culminated into it? It is the distrust I'm talking about. And I'm saying, if you know those who undertook the 1979 coup,
category of persons,
the category of persons, then you see, what we need to know is to tread cautiously, because you know what? The hunger that is within, I'm not saying anger. I'm saying hunger. Rollins is saying, oh yeah, cool, because now come. I'm not saying, I'm not suggesting it. All that I'm trying to say is that those who are condemning and not actually also looking at the aspect of the young soldier who was killed, and the fact that if he's the only breadwinner in his family, the young man is dead, and we should. And I saw the
PS.
I saw the peers, how sorrowful they were. I'm sure, and I have a son who is in the army.
Can you imagine?
I'm just, and so what I'm trying to say is that is not to suggest that they should be seen.
And it's done. This way, Ghana for isolated soldier for no one.
And that is, we see, and I heard one of the lady here say, 50%. You see, the soldier we see today is a Ghanaian soldier. It's not a Nigerian soldier. Go and look at the requirement to be a military officer in Ghana. You have to be a citizen of Ghana within a certain age with a certain qualification. If you are a Nigerian, if you're a Nigerian, you cannot be a military officer. If you are British, and so if it is 50%, if it's 50% who are bullies, then 50% of the Ghanaian community
are bullies.
If we take that into perspective, then what ADAKABRI, we will do a soul searching. So when I hear someone say, "Oh, police is for corrupt," I say, police in our Ghanaian. Are you not a Ghanaian? Are you not? You are a Ghanaian. And so mine is that once you are pointing at your fellow Ghanaian to be corrupt, maybe if you were put in that position, you'll be more corrupt.
More than that.
So mine is that usually when these things come up, we become sensational. We talk about them and we don't look at it. And more media for over. Oh, excuse me, you are worse. You people are worse. When these things come in, when they come, you don't look at it from both angles. You pour petrol, the abemamu papers, the abemamu radio stations, the abemamu TV stations, and the nonsense continue. Yes. I just told you that.
Excuse your French.
Okay, thank you. I just told you that 1979, which category of soldiers did the coup?
Junior
it was the Akatapor Onwuyo.
Sergeant.
Onwuyo. I met him. I was surprised I met him 2016. Those people are still alive. They are old now, but they are still alive. And so mine is that whatever we are doing today, let's not see the Ghanaian soldiers to be some Kenyan soldiers or Chinese soldiers they have brought here. Let's see them to be Ghanaians. Into Ghanaian. And now, have you not seen? I lived in Atebubu. I did my national service. I lived in Atebubu some many years ago. And there was some religious conflict. I won't mention two religious conflict. This religion attacked this and this attacked that. Somebody died or people died. My point is that, have you seen Boko? What in Boko? Okay. Who do you blame for the conflict in Boko? Do you blame the man process or the Kusasis? You blame both sides, my boy. And so if somebody get up today and says that, oh, the conflict in Boko, they should know that you see what is happening in Boko. That is how we are as a people. As MCA, we don't sit and look at it fairly and say, you see what happened? Say, this is the root cause of the issue. Now the young man has been killed. I know the police were actually at the verge of actually arresting the perpetrators, or they even had some people in custody.
29 of them.
They had some people in custody because some of us work within the system. When I say work within the system, we seem to know what is going on.
Things.
I have knowledge, prior knowledge, but it's not everything you can say. I can tell you that if you speak to the IGP, he will tell you that he hasn't slept since the incident, the young man died, up to, you can't say, up to this dawn. And so my point is, and they have made significant inroads with regards to arresting, what do you call it, these people. See, IGP Dampare is suffering. I pity him. You know why? Because he has actually inherited the police. That is very difficult sometimes to even manage. But I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. I just the American say, or inherit police at your police or inherit, you know. They are no their in terms of personal and share no so. And so it is the same system. And so to be able to purge it, to be able to clean it, you don't get up one morning and just hope over that a service that is over 100 years. Now so they one day be cleaning. It doesn't happen that way. And so mine is that sometimes I pity he and his POMAB members and the rest. They are doing well. I had an officer share very sensitive information with me. An officer, very sensitive. This officer said he didn't know where to go to report this sensitive information.
Or your officer,
or your police officer.
Onyakwala.
He sent this to me. As to it ends there. But he sent this to me. It tells you that it tells you that in the system there are very good ones. Very good ones. The same as we have very good Ghanaians. Me, if you do me something, I'll call the police. I'll send you to the police. I believe in the rule of law.
And what happens from there?
I usually hope that I'm able to present evidence and you are prosecuted if I have it. If I don't adduce evidence, you walk free. That is the rule of law.
Adducing evidence and prosecuting or conducting the matter before the judge.
Yes.
Enough from.
And so you just don't get up and go to the police and you refuse to go and give testimony and you say, hey, they've freed the person. So for what I can say is that the see temano, the soldier for you know. Yes, one way.
Tema forcing for me. This is Ashaiman.
Oh, Tema. I grew up in Tema.
Tema forcing Mumudi. Ashaiman is here.
Okay, the see Ashaiman. The see Ashaiman. And can you say it's? It shouldn't have happened. The death, first of all, should not, because first of all, one person is gone. We are not talking about it. So
why are the media screens, the media pages? I not
to sell. No, it helps you. It helps the eyeballs.
Why did this happen?
I said it helps the eyeballs because the moment you begin to interrogate the matter, now I say who come story no. Mo interrogate matter now I say who come story no.
But the spectacle of an MP, a former MP, parading victims of military brutality. Na almost say flanking the family of the slain soldier.
So for me, if I was to be in a position to advise the MP, I would have told him that the first thing he should have done was to go and commiserate with the fallen soldier family. You want the cameras to see you, right?
Yes.
You want to be populist, right?
Yes.
So go there first. Commiserate with them. Momo yako. If there is pure water being our better, no pure water no. Now say the sea no, my catching the sea and can you say see where we no or more be innocent persons now allegedly. You go and say, you know what, this shouldn't have happened. We are going to institute a probe to make sure that ACBO. The moment you leave the root cause and you run to the top, you see, I see any bebuagum now so and so mine is that offer. I think that, like I said, you the media, and I have spoken to some media houses. Some of you people even attacked me. Some of you, I won't mention names. Some of you attacked me. You felt that I am one person who say I am fearless when it comes to these things. If these soldiers had just gone in without a cause, you see why some of us, eventually the soldiers who did that, they were punished.
They were punished.
But when this happened, I said that, you see, this young man was killed 3 days or so. Yeah. We didn't hear that. Do you know that you are one of the biggest media houses in this country? Show me your editorial. Trece, you highlighted it and we spoke about it, the young man's death. It didn't happen.
That's a failure on the part of the media.
That is a failure because, you see, the media is referred to as a fourth estate of the realm. If you had carried this and called Honorable Kennedy Japan, is he not the chairman of the Defense and Interior Committee chairman? Has he spoken about it? He's busy trying to win an election. What kind of flag bearer does he want to be? When
he's talking about it now.
Well, my point is that that is an afterthought. That is an afterthought. What I'm saying is that that is an afterthought. Parliament is an independent, what do you call it, organ of government. And he is chairing a very important committee in Parliament, Defense and Interior. So he should have probably even gone there as the head of that committee in Parliament to go and start.
Because it was true that the instrumentality of that committee and Abba upset the military have asserted innocent persons were beaten.
Thank you. And so mine is that, is it already the harm has been caused, Anamibwa?
Yeah.
The harm has been caused. So
and
if
Moye is distressed.
Yes, she's distressed. I heard her speak about COVID. My point is that I would also admonish her and let her know that when officers in uniform accost you
in public,
please be very humble, because at the end of the day, you want to, even if you have a certain right, you want to speak out. Speak in a manner that will not you'll not be seen as somebody who is obstructing the cause of justice. Ushe, you are a lawyer. He says that obstruction.
Obstructing a police officer and the lawful discharge of his duties is a crime.
Ushe acted in my
I say, good afternoon, ADAKABRI. I don't know if you are playing the devil's advocate. But simply put, no one is above the law, including men in uniform. How many times have the military protected Ghanaians against our enemies? That is, they haven't been to war before. The behavior of the military at Ashaiman should be condemned. We are not supporting the killing, which should be condemned, but that does not justify the behavior of the military.
Oh, the American say, you see, when people send these messages, then I referred, I don't want to put any, but what I'm saying is that, you see, I used former IGP Namfure, Abelekuma. By the time they left Abelekuma, it was smoke that was bellowing. But no, anybody, maybe you can, I don't know, by then internet and share your way, you can YouTube cranny. Most of these children who are commenting hadn't been born. Yeah. Most of them hadn't been born. They should go and check if that thing is still on, they kind of say, on the media. Yeah. If you check, I'm sure media houses will have it. By the time IGP Namfure and his people, they were living a war zone. It was smoke that was bellowing. It was left with goats and sheep and fowls.
This nobody has told us what was left there besides the smoke that we were seeing from
yes. You see, you could see smoke and goats when the cameras went there to film. It was, I think, 1 or 2 old ladies who had been left in town.
Yeah, they should watch over.
Everybody was gone.
Yes.
Everybody was gone. So most of the people who are commenting then know where we have come from.
And then somewhere in 1956, thereabout, and there's this town called your friend Jacobu. That I wouldn't madame Tokrana. Usumu bifidi na udini bese 6 tintinto me yo se Jacobu. Eye lampu ne broni asoma se nkojiji lampu. Ana wo mo ko ya Jacobu fo ya bu lampu fo. Ana ye soma ma ye de Land Rover. Ata Kwame Nkrumah prime minister. Ana ye de Land Cruisers no.
Land Rover. No. Is that a British Land Rovers?
And then we
and police for those days. Any commissioners?
And ye 90 and 110 defender. And a normal deco. And na wo mo ko scatter Jacobu ho nyina. Ye chi ohene no. Na ye de ba Kumasi Central Prison. E di time ye do ohene ne ba Kumasi Central Prisons. Say wo no wa ye hwe han se na nana matena se am ye soma lampu fo se magi lampu a am ye abo wo mo. Inti time ye didn't go to I'm in Kumasu, I'm saying 51 rather. That's why I'm in Kumasu, ya channel. That positive action. And you didn't come in command in Shia or Kumasi Central Prison. And our Hineno, a can of custom, and the Chinakwam and Kroma. Then to come in Kuma a year president, and a damn for Pani Yakubu Hineno. Our Coco Tono war, a year Kumasi Central Prison. I wish I say, Nampun Krani Kojia. Yayo Musema Brunia Suma. Amia Kwako Dojakubu Honina. And ne. Democracy advancing here. Appears to say we can enjoy our democratic rights, but we will not safeguard the security personnel.
Mine is that I think a trap. You have the young people. The young people are failing to educate themselves because educate school, and the older folks and you, the media, you are not also probably doing, once a while. You let people, especially the young ones, know, baby, are you free? Are you baby drew? And yet, over. This is that time. The soldier for and I said, things have changed. Today, it's just not too far away. Now, soldier for you, they apologize. I'm sure you know.
Yes.
I'm sure you know. You should know. It's just recently. In a soldier for any police if one kasakura, apologize. The reason is that you see, our democracy is deepening, and so there is a need for us to cherish it. The military should allow the police to do their work. The citizens should stop attacking men in uniform. When you see a nurse, the uniform was and yet that person is so a nurse. Nasa wo bono. Ya do ko jina court adaka mu a. They will punish you too.
Twice cry. Kweku answer na bebe mo no.
Yeah.
Bi no e free London and or the buy. Na I say it's quite long, but then it puts us in perspective. I say, Wafa, is it the job of the military to arrest civilians? Wafa, what the unruly soldiers did at Ashaiman was wrong, and no properly trained officer in the army would sanction and condone this criminality. Arresting civilians in peace times is for the police. They did a similar thing as at Dencha Obuasi. The most despicable aspect of this is that in all instances where the army raped and beat up citizens, evidence is lost and the community is then alienated and no witnesses will be forthcoming. So he poses the question, what is your discussion about? Is it about the death of the soldier or is it about the military reprisals? Yes, situating is a death of the soldier and send a military brutalities no atwaso. But you see it trase eka one more you brutalize one more befia bedidie. Na ansani ababeka de wo ko no wo ma bie mu no. Bajo I say Kweku I say in 2021 or so a soldier was arrested for using an unregistered motorbike. 2, 6 other soldiers stormed Swami police station and beat up the police on duty. In about 2001 or so, 17 soldiers from 48 Engineers Regiment rampaged Osu police station and beat up police personnel on duty. It is against army law to torture people in their custody. Actually, it is proving that torture extracts false confessions. Would anybody condone the youth of Ashaiman to carry out reprisals if one of theirs is murdered? Bekuanan, an investigative journalist and also of the Hawk TV, and previously I sat in the seat show at the Net2 TV, and a very good friend of the Honorable Member of Parliament for Asen Central. Kweku, yentio.
A friend and a brother.
A friend and a brother.
Help. Yes. The morale of the military should not. No. I'm sorry, it's a discussion we are. Me to him. in your Craig, and over go through it. Who would have vision on that? Now, now. That would also help some civil society groups, persons, political activists, and some lawyers. We didn't say me nanenam. There be na person we as a cash cow. Yeah, mom. Oh yeah, yes. I'm not like I said. Memorial no u compromise here enye. Now I am privileged by say my organization Hawk Nations PR. Yene former and late champions. But one I call it very explosive. Between 1972 to 1970, the 7-year era of Kutwe Champion. What happened? The history of Ghana. And by this, my privilege to know Enema Bibri. Bakwa Sembia, Efa Soja Bambia, Ebedi or my way so. And fear Maku and the Ghana Ihuye. It's unfortunate that the historians of this country, I imagine, is there. Until Sobe lifted one book be a political history. Obe came more about Ghana, your history, no. That there's some distortions in there. And that distortion also goes to emphasize a point or a certain interest within the political environment. In a basa. My name is Sisu ye my. Now, me bana mete say na wo kasim. Asama wo kan be wie say e die na ma de bedru hei. Asa no baby na e kire sa. Hey, kwabna. Dem na odi be. E die na de bedru ha. Nti answer na mekọ Ashaiman nsɛm no kakra no. Mema historical perspectives. Now, so we check here. It is known fact that Ghana was the first country in the south of the Saharan African continent to gain its independence. And after independence, then they see a spirit of gloom and despondency, moral decadence, disorder, and indiscipline everywhere. And still, a bedroom and Pempensubi. The indiscipline started way back ago. However, the Ghanaian again became a bit disciplined during the military era of where under former and late flight lieutenant. Ghana ni bien hu na said yes sir. Yentimi nam nye basa basa. Etuatie enianso ne niama hu wo man ni mu no. Rollins abreso Ghana ni bien kan kire me say na betimi asoro aye dia wo.
Akoya no te sek akwa difference Salifu ansa.
Salifu
amankwa. Ay akwa.
Obegwa.
Ti ase. Ana akwa nkwantabisa
tema.
E
chale.
O kan no nkwantabisa.
Akwa bi atwo de ka edim katachie. Edi katachie na watwo no. Na katachie free faso adi nani. Edi obi atwo de ka edim katachie dia. Ne o se yakọ no.
Hey,
because of you.
Now, making Abna, it wasn't because we are endorsing the era of brutalities under former late Flight Lieutenant General John Rawlings. No. When you bo nipa no ho, the adibi man nipa de ne pema no. But you see, you must be guided by principles, rules, and laws. Ebiom the nipa yamfa sadne so anhye nipa no. A nipa beye to say unguided missile baby obe hit be wa hit. E wo yemu yesu. Now share shortly after this era no. Ghana embrace the so-called democracy ya say den. Kebi na mesumi kebi. E kasa ben ya. Kebi mami kebi ni kire say. Seven previous semester ka say. The metimi atran studio ha under the disguise of democracy kebi mami kebi no. Kwekwana beka nkwasi asem we betimi lead to a mob action na Adam Bonaso so akane dia e betimi lead to some reprisal sa na mo pesa mo kire
it is a discord social harmony in here.
Is that where we are now? Your guess is as good as mine. So there is something fundamentally even wrong with the definition of our democracy here practices Abri. Now check. Right after Sir Rawlings free swap, former President Kufuor took over the reins of Ghana. No man. Yet Adibia said, Then came the proliferation of media, radio, television. Bia betraswa. You can't say the Abeka diatem idea PBA. Ghana for if you biom. Ghana for if you ensroshi biom. Ghana for so emboldened about say, you bet me I be BA.
And you know about so you need crash a uniform, but then they get in your streets.
Now, as I said, one more person, one more a cassa bebre, tia, when a careful. Again, my main kind of quickly before it goes out, say, the best sympathizing with the innocent Ghanaians who were caught in the melee. Say, for Kwejuma, bankers, officials, friends, the Woko Drum, the Woko Juma, the Woko, caught in the it's we can sympathize with Sir in the pay. Ebium Osha soldier for any statements in this one. Almost throw more light on them. Come to think of the excesses na ye come are these people we are talking about. Sabrino. Omwasu hu sampa soldier for no extended.
Agriculture.
Yes.
Peace, you know.
That way exactly. So see young young kan we are not being fair to the city. But the NTSB as in every nation, there is like a convention say the military at the last line of their defense, Omega. They are the last.
Land, sea, air.
Now, there were customs, immigration, fire service, police, the military. As I'm here, para agencies we are mabo mudine kwabna failure on their part to go on a rescue mission of the Ghanaian. Our last line of defense in a soldier for. That is also the very good reason why a soldier for a wukrum basa against the backdrop of the domestic policing a police for. And every now and then a police for enam baby. And police of police bear 10 so mujina emiamia enyehu because one responsibility is there domestic protection ama minu mienu. The only time I be who say a soldier for na flood a certain vicinity and now say woman rokun na chese asembinti and omaba woman pie basa who dey tire ho a chese asembie si say epidemic or pandemic or whatever. And now we say in Suire flooding. Agency BT say fire service for Nadmo in a building. No mabe rescue ni. Where a bayet critical say side rumekwe intimi nya say adwumani wie no. Call on the military. We call that is it 68 and as a regiment. No mabe rim. No ma rescue. A soldier adwuma no ye training many of institutions are ya mom responsibilities. You're the same, train across every facet of their endeavors to work for the ordinary citizen. They are trained to protect the territorial sovereignty of the nation. Now, as I was coming and I heard you say, so Jenny Biara, police officer, immigration officer, custom officer, ADAKABRI, they are citizens of Ghana. However, so long as I've been on Nama Bontia or she uniform or an authority of the state, yes, not an ordinary person. So why you bonikra to whatever extent, as a Ghanaian, sa office and ayo boniwa to whatever extent. Only rights is a wodo sa ebeka sa office and say either say me bono, me prano, and notwithstanding say me yinim kwefi. No, it's unacceptable. Yes,
a reasonable sane persons now can we actually more. Not
no,
and
one more they must embrace the times now. And you grow deal. Okay, my main when I mean can say. Tell you be a one President Akufo-Addo assem around this time. Why? It's a separate issue from this. And I'm much more than glad to say the office of the presidency a issue statement to be able to condemn their soldier high command. Yes, they must maintain the posture. The military high command must also be commended for this great work done. Yes, and I'm going to explain further. Look, at the end of Echo so Meimu. What is going on? A soldier for no ye nipa bia. Yatete won wantete bebre so a. One mum pay to trust them. Look, see, I can one of a disciplinary institutions not only in Ghana, all over the world. One of a disciplinary institution back home is the military institutions all over the world. Check the records. Now, Obibeka say, inti sebi a soldier for no yare bi no mo yare nti e no mo sorry an no mo sesa wo weaponry no mo na Ashaiman and say himfa no mo botu how e dey how. Why would they do that? They went there on a reasonable, justifiable course. What they are not sure. Military institutions across the world have a lot of what you constitutional conventions within our young private citizens. And no dan chenya kwabna yete hey. A brano say you define the authority of the president. Yes, Commander-in-Chief of the customs, Commander-in-Chief of police,
the Ghana Armed
Forces. Commander-in-Chief of what? Ghana Armed Forces. Why do we get in a manner that signature team? It means the military is the eye, is the icon of the state. And so Jenny say, so ya bo frampo, so ya den. Near the uniform, please respect that.
And the defense minister.
Okay? Until we decide to know, say, the military is a unique institution. And like Adams was saying, the media, I have a problem with the media as well as a media practitioner myself. And it's getting out of hand. We need to understand and read the philosophy of the military establishment, who they are, what they represent, and the power and control. Until that, say, oh, military phobia, action be wahanti, journalists, near better radio, so ya fan paper, watchro bibi, and who name the basic principles and what defines this force unit. For whatever reason that the military high command have to establish their high power presence in Ashaiman. How many journalists have gone there to read, to understand why they did that? Operation what? Yakwako finding out, say a operation code name what? And why they did what they did.
Okay.
Now,
my young friends here, the police have affirmed, say,
yeah,
would investigate and unravel you come the soldiers have also affirmed said they will cooperate with the police.
Good.
Now, Mama police, but the military police and the billies with the police near Yumano. Maybe at the Akademi, most of the say citizens in Yabutre. Now, young can say victims of the brutalities, they be push you almost ahead of trying to unravel what must have happened. Bringing effective policing and efficient policing back home.
One, what is going on between the MPP and NDC issue? Now, it will mean how you're doing. It will trust me in such violent prone areas like Oku, Ashaiman, Alaba, Kasua, and many areas of these violent spot areas. He said, orchestrating in
hotspots, better
hotspots. Muankasa politicians. Yet here, any who say NPP, more creative group here from saying Delta Force, Invisible. NDC Fonso by almost created the bank. Azoka boys. Now guess what? Some run here wing now at the end of say political activity. They go and hide themselves in. Then they unleash pain and suffering on the ordinary Ghanaian. Ashaiman is known for how many years media. Me think here yaka Ashaiman asemi. Ashaiman is known. Gain that notoriety, violence.
We are no be notoriety na say.
Adintia.
Yentwaso.
Adintia no mo yesa.
Yentwaso. Because
Ashaiman no. Politicians no so nti omo ho say.
Kwekwe.
They should stop politicizing the finest institution called the military.
Ashaiman no. A cosmopolitan area.
Cosmopolitan, great one.
And one people pay.
Yes.
With hegemony be network.
Yes.
Ashaiman for no. finally on that issue, now young police.
I think they make to me a can say we should.
And Kwekwana and Kasa earlier, and Dr. Adam
Yen use Ranum Fanya Juma. I think, say, I would want to urge the military, say, Emrano Etre say, there can internal security arrange all the time until the police is overwhelmed. The military doesn't come in. And so I am expecting that in future, I mean, some of us have been advocating that you see a military or sometimes citizens, we either they abuse us or we abuse them. I mean, the two ways. And so let's let the law work. The law that establishes the military says that the military is for external aggression purposes only, unless otherwise stated by an executive instrument, just like we saw in Afghanistan during COVID, where through an executive instrument, maybe there's a curfew, and answer there is a lockdown, and the military is drafted in. Other than that, these police, military, joint operations, I think it should stop. I think one of your testers, it can be about Swamios when the soldiers attacked the police. That morning, when the military officer was accosted by the police, and his colleague military officers of Auti came to brutalize the police and took away their colleague, the citizens around that area were jubilating.
Discipline, police.
They were jubilating. I felt very bad because I said, you don't know what you are doing. Because you see, the military, they are Ghanaians, the police, they are Ghanaians. So you see, one day they will turn on. So for me, let's have this conversation where we let the laws define our operational boundaries. The law says the police, they have the power of arrest and do all these things. The military should stay within the confines and the remit of the law that establishes the military. It says that for external aggression, until maybe the police is overwhelmed. And so for me, I would want to say, yes, it should be looked at, but in going forward, now we have a military that we have domesticated. I say we have a military in Ghana that is domesticated, that, they will come out to simply apologize and issue statements and delete the statement and reword the statement, means that we have to keep letting them know that operate within the law. But let's not keep doing things that when probably other things happen, then we say, oh, they are behaving like mobsters. They are behaving, meanwhile, like I said, the law, that the requirement to be a military officer says you have to be 100% Ghanaian. And so the military officers we see, or the police officers, police officers also usually have been beaten, and they are beaten all the time. It happens rampantly. And so for me, I think with the advent of what Dan Parry and co are trying to do, I think there need to be a lot of collaboration amongst, the security agencies in ensuring that there will be trust, probably when it comes to fighting crime in this country. That is what I can add.
All right. Okay. In the Dr. Adam Bona in the studios, and I'm under pressure. As citizens also say that the time of my and comment. And I've been my pet story, and also Eba, which is about bringing effective and efficient policing to your doorstep, and also I am a pet baby. Yeah. Right, quick one. I mean, a message we have, gentleman on ADAKABRI. I say, offer. I went to a school that was one of the very few secondary schools in Ghana that had a cadet corps in the country. In 1 year, we went to summer camp with a detachment of soldiers from 2 p.m. On our first day, some of the soldiers went to an apeteshiba and beat up a local man. When news reached the camp, the commanding officer then, a Major Zikwa, sacked the guilty soldiers from the camp and brought in replacements. We heard that the guilty soldiers were disciplined according to military procedures. The 3 officers, Major Zikwa, Captain Kuma, and Lieutenant Adams, broke no nonsense. A Colonel Bewa visited the camp and the town to smoothen over the waters. That was then when men were men and had honor over. That was before 1979. The military police should arrest the soldiers and who raided Ashaiman, who ordered the act. Yes, as Bona is saying, internal security is not for the army unless sanctioned by army top brass. As part of their training, soldiers are trained to engage in IS duties when needed. That unfortunately, the other body appears to commiserate with slain soldiers. And they are isolate you.
I'm with you from one trumpet.
And teachers say, I see, and the process for I created 7 new regions on top of the 17. On top of the existing 17. So now we have 24 new regions. Now, you have your details, you know. Ashanti, yes, saying, Mama Ashanti 3 new police regions. The Ashanti, no, Ashanti North Police Region, Asante Mampong, and Ashanti South Police Region, Bekwai. Them and Yemen one was a Bekwai police, but Bekwai is a creation of Bruni. The Bruni, free, event say a Puano ebe attack Asantia. Na Bekwai no betete. Omo tete Bekwai ehwe de ekoso mase. Na Asante so mase so de manso nkwanta. Nti oman no naso ene manso. So no it is Asante asuma me tete manso. There's a manso nkwanta hene no. Ono na ye Asante naso. Broni firi so na no ba. And a Bruni so aba betete also na outpost near Bekwai. The Bruni ba bedru Bekwai a no survey de ekoso Kumase. Kumase asuma me aba manso na ono so aba be yes aba hwe de Bruni de ba. Iti nanka yamena mitri sen ko beko obuase but ye Bekwai and Saka. Now in Ashanti we have Kumase, Asante Mampong and Bekwai and wo Saka wo de. Then kunya ti wede Fusuaka Mampong commander, Mampong regional commander, cried the mini no Bema Coco. What the about a water region? A water region, so and when you water north, you see a hoy a region and a ho a region. It is a water for no or more air come any Eastern region, and also now me worried kakra. Eastern region no. I say empire so any chebi. As you see, I know ubusa on the ground so be catch us and koko and a region and empire so. Right, and no na no. And now odan abeshe chebi ase. And in terms of population, okay, in terms of population, like and koko and as you see, I know graphic is in prior so. I took grounds to say I catch say Nkoko. It is dear what is between Nkoko and prior so. I would have thought say
prior so Nkoko.
Debbie, and prior used to be a district on its own, and Nkoko used to be a municipality. Right? And as you see, I know
the municipality district.
But Nkoko technically no, Nkoko or population no. Minim what went into deciding on like because Nkoko population no. The same way so or dance or population snake kibi. Una crop one woman. It graphic says is price on a regional for a year eastern north. But then a business say a young coco. You have that clarification. And coco ne offense and price on what's happening. Now uba a western region so no. Aqua the young one. It is second D and the Takwa. And because Takwa a Jinamutin then as a Takwa dear if it's na and I feel no Kaswa so na a young one.
Kaswa and Radia buy before
earlier crowds a Kaswa need the first crowd on the buy as that a meaning also pretending the police he didn't crowd
a clues now
because now yes. Exactly. But now,
Kaswa region.
Kaswa region, a clue, and Wakor.
I think it's
DCOP.
DCOP now.
Right. Now, divisional commander, no, in him, no MTT, no tema, and no me in a bar, a Tessano, and no free Tessano, no, than a call Kaswa. Oh, and it didn't, a branch of FFB, a chimney, eventually. As something in Anna say, they are bringing effective and efficient policing to our doorstep. Adam.
Well, I think some of us have been advocating for a long. Oh, the reason why Tema became a region in terms of Obia or Watsna Tema Pain back in the days in the 70s of Tema was built from the ground. All these industries, you can talk about them, all the factories. And to now Kronforno, every other areas, and they ran back. And so there was the need to have a separate region to make sure that so we had what we those days we had a railway police, we had all of these units within the Ghana police. And so Tema, and that actually helped check the Kanisen a lot of criminal activities within that enclave. I mean, if you know criminal patterns over the years, you talk about the Yaya boys, you talk about there are several kingpins. And yet,
original people.
These were original guarantee and co. Those were the days where these were criminals. These were the criminals. But Tema region put them in check. Because then the only way you have to run across the motorway into Ashaiman. And so usually they'll come and lay ambush within, between Ashaiman and motorway and try to arrest some of them after their criminal activity. But then bringing it down, what's the name? Look at what is the regional capital of the East? Ofodia. The administrative capital. Right? But look at baby Eastern region, a stretch far. Baby ending.
In crackers, yes, so Eastern region.
Look at what do you call it? Easter next month. Look at the millions or the thousands, hundreds of thousands of people who would head there. So imagine a certain crime happens. Now a Siwo, bombing or those areas go all the way to Odia. Because some of the crimes would have to be investigated or be sent to the regional.
Now, a chairman from Kradi is here. This all crossing through.
Exactly. And so some of us kept advocating that let's have more police regions. And so the Okradi you run VIP. And to the name, the kind of saying highway robberies and the patterns. Those days, you have the police regional commander in the northern region. But Tamale Bole was under the kind of saying, what's the name?
Wow.
No, Bole was under Tamale.
Tamale, that is the northern region.
Anti-crime news, now Upper West Regional Police Commander of Auti. Upper West Regional Police Commander, and he said, oh, you know what? This one is not within my jurisdiction. This one.
That's what. One more than.
Thank you.
Bole.
Meanwhile, Bole is closer to Wa. And so when you look at the divisions, that has helped to close the gap when it comes to policing. It's almost like you created bringing policing to the doorstep of the people. And for me, it is good that I'm hoping that researchers can go into it. Let's say the okay in Koko and in Price. There is nothing wrong offer if the Eastern region alone, if the Eastern region alone gets 10 police regions. Look at Eastern region. I schooled in that area. I can say the other part of Ghana, from Dodoa, Somanya, Ayikuma, Pong, all of them are part of. They are all part of Eastern region. Look at where they are and look at where Kofodia is. I don't know whether I got what I'm trying to say.
They have to climb the hill.
They have to climb the hill. So if someone comes to attack them, at how long would it take to respond? And so some of us have said that.
But with this creation, do they have the resources? Do they have the logistics? What have you got to say about Akufo-Addo equipping the police in this era?
Offer. As for, I always say, you the accounts will say utan okudu ana. Then you need to pat it in the back. So as for speed, speed, and so I say that I will criticize the current dispensation when it comes to a lot of things. Unemployment, hardship, and all that. But when it comes to the security sector, I think that those players in the security sector would actually attest to the fact that there's been a lot of resource going into security in this country. I say so because 2018, when some of us we took the police on from morning to evening. When I say here, circular, say here, Royal Motors, your Bobby Tuokuno. When you go to Tema, they kill people, the daylight robberies. These things were going on. And some of us thought that it looks like the piecemeal approach to dealing with the candidates and giving resources to the police is not helping. Therefore, we needed some lump sum that should go there. I'm sure you know that year, the SONA, the president Obia on Google, the 2018 was then SONA. No. The president actually pledged almost $1 billion US dollars, about 860 million US dollars for the Ghana Police Service. And that is what today has culminated into what you see. You can see they have 3 choppers. I don't know how many West African police have, you go to Togo, you go to the other place. I don't know how many of them have air support. I don't know. And so mine is that the Marine Police have received their fair share. The military itself, and I'm saying this, I gave, when the president did the SONA recently, I gave the president overall performance 5.5%. But when it came to security, I gave 7. And one media forward said, why? And I said, you see, some of us you work within the system. So before these things are done, you know what is going to happen. And sometimes they will sort your idea. Is it okay? Is it not okay? What do you think So when you know all this, you say, Rafa, you are the host of this program. Then I keep telling you, Rafa, can you do something about your program? The American, no, not me per 100. Why you pay 70? Now still, I'm another station. Let me say, Rafa, do you think that I would have the moral right to come to you in future to come and ask you to do something about something again? I will not. And so I want people to avert their mind to the fact that, in the last 5-6 years, almost 12,000 police officers have been recruited.
Right.
The last 5-6 years, 12,000 police officers have been recruited. The military have had their fair share. Immigration have had their fair share. Fire service have had their fair share. And prisons have had their own fair share. As at 2019, when we did an analysis, empirical analysis, with regards to what is lacking, the fire service had a timetable that can do the 5th floor. How many floors?
3 floors.
3 floors. Okay, the fire service, as I then could do up to this floor. But if this floor could go up to 6, they could do up to 5. It means that you see, job 600. Job 600 is about up to 10th floor. If your office was at the 10th floor, and I say floor, that's it's JB unfortunately. The fire service couldn't rescue
the ladder can't get there
because the timetable couldn't get there. Some of us advocated, and I'm privy to when the timetable, that particular timetable, the hydraulic timetable, that could do up to 10th floor, came in around 2020, so around 2019, around December, when it landed at the port. And so mine is that when you know all this, it is difficult to say that, they are not doing, nothing is being done.
I don't know when you open day, my citizens, especially school girls, school boys, to visit them.
I think it is something that if IGP Dr. Dampare is listening, they should inculcate this open day. It will help. You don't have to do the open day and have all the armor tanks. Usually, when they are going to do the purchases, they are giving miniatures. Because a miniature.
Dr. Dukofuo.
Yeah, more and Kituani be. Now, oh, you were you know, you are able to do that. People begin to believe in you. Today, the PID, that is the Police Intelligence Department, has been resourced. I won't tell you where their offices, but they've been resourced. Are you aware that these days, across one wada, you are naked, I bet you won't. Before me drew her, are you aware, say, last month, January.
January is 2 months away.
January. Are you aware they arrested this boys here from Kwashiu today? Circle boys from a man for mobile phone. Yeah. And answer auto phone now. Yeah, the banshee do They arrested about 17 of them with their kingpin offer. And you believe the kingpin had about 500 phones?
Wow.
The kingpin had 500 phones. This is not somebody telling me. I was there when the kingpin was brought. Omo tete na chichini boys sleeping on one here. And eventually, I was there when they grabbed him from the nearby. Me. And yes, I've been a me na me catcher. Me no been a catcher me. This is not somebody. As I work within the system.
With your eyes.
My own eyes. And I remember myself. Why boy Juma? I spoke to him.
That because you recruit to the on your mama.
No, I said, why boy Juma papa? Unkwa. Potomanto be mienu. Potomanto. I say Ghana have phones. I ring na. We're there. And when they are and so what happens is that when the police switch on the phones, the phones not start hearing. Phones not start hearing it. This is if you call the police and ask them. They say when the police switched on the phones, almost so prepare charges, charge EB. Almost so a phones not start hearing it. Into ring yana yafa panani. There's some person no uniman pan the phone ye. Who can hear catch and say on friend number no or friend no sebra. Up to today, people are still retrieving their phones. Up to today, me see one person has recruited about 25 people. On one kasa he is not there to steal. We have phone now. Say yeah, iPhone ibia. iPhone and the boy there. All the commander names and one more about 200-300. I am telling you. And this is not like you see, so mine is that offer the crime even here. Near snatch a man for phone. People's phone used to be snatched. Don't think that you not even people's phones used to be snatched. People's phones were I think some of them were snatched.
Inadequate lighting on our street.
Well, my point is that inadequate lighting is all part of it. We need to advocate and make sure things are done. And so I am just saying and say that crime levels and now I can say a man for their amount for power.
Come the bidding amount for.
Yes, I come the amount for offer. And if you watch, anytime I come back, basic crime levels are cost. But today I can say, come work room power by the crime levels. I'm sure
come work room. Crime
levels. Now say NDC for me no NDC for year youth congress war no Kaswa Cape Coast. This some of me no zongo for ekoye to trust them away. Some of them Paris sent about 50 police officers in the bus to arrest 2 of them in Techiman also watch. I don't. They had to arrest them. The point is that they are there. They have to arrest you. They brought them. Yes. So, that is what I saw. My point
indications in when she also says
oh, I am telling you, they brought them. So my point is that you see, something is happening. The only thing that they themselves, they are not able to talk about it. And I don't know. There's a lot that is going on. They themselves, and then, are you aware? This is something they are also even bringing. I'm saying, they are going to have who's there? And then Oko Tesano police station. Senior officers in Yanajo. They can't Tesano who's there?
Tesano police station.
Yeah.
Police depot or Tesano
no,
police station.
Tesano police station.
Okay.
Yeah. And officers, senior officers, napom. Ukoko lebua, doctors, no money manager.
You been senior officer working at night.
Thank you. And so weekend officers are pong. And this is not just all over the country. So if you have a problem, that's a police needs you Thursday. That's a bema or bail. He needs the crime officer to sign. Crime officer no quite.
Okay. If you're dead, you're not DIY.
Crime, you know. They cannot grant you bail without crime. Those are some of the things some of us have said they should. They are actually going to do or they are doing. And once that is done, you are going to have a 24-hour shift for senior officers. And to have ADAKABRI who porno another senior journalist.
A good idea.
Senior journalists no about from 2 p.m. no. You say I'm fine. So start at 2. We upon 10. The panel started from 10. We upon 6. But at the moment,
I just senior officers on rota.
Thank you. But at the moment, what has happened? Oh no! What has happened? What is happening is that it didn't create more room for people to be pushed up to be senior officers. I don't know whether you get what I'm trying to say. Because
now we are static.
When this is done, when this is done, you are going to create more room
for senior officers,
for other juniors who are good, just like their seniors, to also go to the cadet officer program and be promoted, and then also begin to perform the functions of senior officers, so that we don't have something that looks like an 8-hour police service in Ghana. I don't know whether you get what I'm trying to say. We almost have like an 8-hour police service in Ghana.
At a point, key people need.
See, at the moment, I'll tell you, this one, I'm sure they will not be happy with. The POMAP members, they don't sleep.
And
I am telling you, POMAP members, the police management board, they don't sleep.
Hey, listen,
I'm sure they will not be happy I'm saying it, but I'm telling you that if you go there, they have their strong room somewhere. When you go there, if you go there 1 a.m., they are all sitting down.
But looking what's happening on the camera.
They are sitting down, they are watching various screens and monitoring what is going on. And Nipa way more the number, and they bring all of them. And so for me, I think that Enkabebia with the hunger and the level of the way people have become desperate. And how to come near Boasum near you African yes a call. Mokahuna Ghana Eden. Speak today offer. We have a reverse trend where you have people are hungry, but you see when you commit a crime, they will fish you out and arrest you. My only problem is that the say Abino ebe increasing the number, because at the moment, if we don't want the soldiers in town, the police number should go up to about 90,000, 45,000.
21 to 500.
If the president of the republic continues to prioritize security, because mine is that the young men want to work, the young women want to work. So open it, recruit them, train them, and I am also very happy that the new recruits who recently went through the process, now you can swim, you can ride a motorbike, you can drive. So all these things are done so that you see continually the process of making sure they are trained. The aka omuanka se suban. Yes, is kanamenye obeje. Of auti. Yes, cash no menye 10 cities no obeje. Recently, one called me. Now I imagine when you have camera, I say how. Now, but you know, Binani Panama 50 Ghana cities. The person was dodging traffic. Which is an independent train on 50 Ghana cities. I think that part was it. The control room, I saw it. I said, Mofarimra.
Sir! But what Nanny?
I said, Mofarimra. I say, Abemuana, police, no, Jina Hono. Who is the district of Mofarimra?
No, who said, what jazz bond? I jazz bond.
So you see, what I'm trying to say is that we need to support the various security services. Even fire service are doing very well. Fire service, they've done very well. The guy there, prisons, the guys are doing so well. Immigration, all of them are doing very well. Even the military themselves are here, Bomochi. They themselves, are doing marvelously well. So for me, I will say that Wafa, a lot. The reason why I will give the president 7, I want to give him 9. I want to give him 9. But I want him to push the recruitment to, the police citizen ratio to about 1 to 500 or more and give them more resources. And the training should improve. And some of us want to, it shouldn't only be limited to the police. We want to see that there's equity in the area.
Okay, sticking a comment up and round up. Now, there's a Gwegu.
Yeah,
bringing effective and efficient police to your doorstep.
I think a step in the right. Our police. Up of push, I say, as services. Tama yina in naba.
Yeah.
But at least I can say as at this president has done way of what I think is missing, is about the personnel's officer charged to work. I don't want to be broke to go.
I'm going to actually
because Abna, I see a dear mountain, ya dear swung. He accoutrements no Nanso personnel now more on as I say. Umutumiti security and intelligence operations are here. And 2, use the equipment 3 to work effectively and yebenya resource. No. On somebody be no ASM. I also say yes, the current IGP done well. Some will share it. I say, Obono whom would DP who believes that he's coming as self media in and a bit of so I saw a flex near the day. Money PS crack IGP.
What here no
Oh, what I said, the law must work.
Yes, the law
must work.
You see,
equity.
Yeah, here. And you be a big deal, but sometimes when you go into the cases, merits of it now, merits now. Same way there, Papa.
You see,
in
over, say over, wedding was over.
You see, in security or BB say you bend the laws, you don't break. Certain times where they flex. Adia Bakusu hear me pan, go straight to the what the top echelon or the hierarchy of the police would make all of us feel and know same. To train or to have one police officer is for the police officer, and I say, Ghana ni no person obey a police officer want to understand the social psyche of them. Na obedia to me sampa me person me call police, me person me call fire service, me person and DNT na person will call. Now I will tell you what, when a cut across but the police if no edimu akotene there. Many of our police personnel or more service in the mono. What you say? And your police and Casabin and no person could ye. A lack of say a dream be in you. And the actress or actress from Fancoche police near Nako ship. Number 2, some of the personnel also because of the political protocols. Yabua, Yerini power. And the Edmuna air quack police. And so ne say ni pani ya do omo kɔ hɔ no omo ankasa ne nyi ntu mu sɛ ɔpɛ sɛ police enti one of also adia ekutiama yenya best and effective policing yebeka sɛ omo ɛyɛ adwuma no project no be free side way. And he said, "Put me trust a share officer no asem na bana o yi nsem na say until police in ase until the nase onim why until am say jemoye police officer because reason it just say I mean who hwe ne nsem ne say the o yi ano and he said they all conducted the nyom na obi say was this officer trained properly to understand what police is all about and two to be able to discharge that responsibility and also say eye kombi edwuma na eni ho ana say de enti ene e man so na de ne be sha say brana be police officer that the way kuti omo papa the psyche the understanding of the work police if how are they trained look obi enu ye wo no ba say wo ye de abo mo ma say obey military officer and police but meet me a sign a soldier for need more than the rest of our security services e de enti and a custom officer akondo so much say as a custom officer ye do abeto say ye adwuma na custom officers ni bi ne mo no omuko betumi ada na o so corrupt to the bone say custom officers own so many things all against the backdrop of the level of corruption. The same applies to DRA officers. Some betumi so corrupt. Police the police officer no jira no ye adwuma no ne dia ne say adwini na ye sika na soldier for no why is it that the soldiers are so disciplined, work so effective and protect the sovereignty of Ghana and the rest intimate I think share the discrepancies in terms of their training something must be done quickly in order to forestall that trust of Ghanaians, young citizens, and them. Look, I've had several collaborations with, the police intelligence unit, and even as of now, makers. Adams will say, very fine guy, who said, "You're more woman." And communi be a moody, omoti assessor adi tennis here. A bin nim say, I say a woman by no, or person security. Ebi ejitum say yes me ya woman na pese me yesoje na me kunya soja enti kwabna oye adwuma no a I say e tu ho ache no wo ye na I see say common ne no utumi say adwuma no ho sunsum edi nanim kan e na ede na koma so obeye ne pepe other than that out of 10 no be hu be say ensia ne de wo mu de ane say me ba say me ba beji e sika sem na me de aba be ya ahonya.
Okay. Standing up, what are you saying there?
I think, sir, I'll commend the IGP for the new direction, the new policing or their top. Very good.
No more you can enter in the way.
And yes, sir, on one himself, and no saying you're not blessed. No, I'm saying you're not blessed.
We'll be the mark of betting so. Because we deep at the 10th to the 3rd quarter of the year. A dear potting or the IO.
You see, I know, sir. This IGW, and you may be a man for only believes as or money daddy. For example, the high profile murder cases be Nina is a basin day, ye whom and who a ye. Obi to say, JB Dankwa, a woo. And I soon a BC report to him.
I don't know, crowns, I same way, who almost defy home victimize, say no, a cartoon of winning back.
Until free with the Baba here didn't be a greater crowns and all by headquarters. By this time, I see to me
circumstances.
You see,
case in the prison.
Yes, but I don't know as a son of one because when you say journalists like some of us here hard critics of the system. Because who know one you were to me?
That's not you.
You know,
it's your Busano say, I said, Jose, Uncle say, I can't talk. We can't talk. What are you at the center of it? We can't talk. Say, Uncle, let's take it like that.
To me, taking it like that too. What do you mean? Your head is on the chopping board.
Because I recall an open you can 6 o'clock news we are I don't FM. The phone and also Ozunsia. Ufra no nana one mutia yes one way you nana no papers you was as say no Ozunsia no na ka say Bakui, was here jump on. Senior Mechia baby, I former IG Kwesi Champion. Ne papa de yatre ne difu. And you cannot ne papa de yatre. Him say odo Kwesi Champion. And ne papa de yatre ne difu. And finally, dog.
I think they made to me I can't only say. Despite all the investment that has gone, if the human capacity developed well, go to not. One other thing I want to see, a lot of super or mobile because in pain, the police cars no more. Galamsey, that's a Galamsey. Landguard, no, the Namha, or the Namha. And now, of our, we are all old enough. Police is on jurisdiction, and to free her, that's you are supposed to be working within this division. You don't cross into another division without authority. Tema is a police region. Now the carnival be Pema. Accra region.
Now when the top petrol.
No, the Bam Pepper watching.
When the top petrol.
Oh, when one and send your young top petrol.
No, the Pema.
And Malcolm Dawson.
Who's who be that? But they do it, and for us. Sometimes when I see them.
So finally, what should we be looking at?
The SAN is a young citizen vigilante. No law stops us. So when who police in maybe a Wajina car. The police is a public service officer. Once I won't obstruct any Juma, who to me Gina far away. Who film?
Yeah.
Keep transparency. Law being in Ghana, public officer performing the lawful functions. Oh, Fremona, you are breaking the law. To a more mutie no. Just say the Yana Brotri no. Oh, the men are the cancer war obstructing no. Oh, you are disturbing no. Into the generation zoom, never the echo. A banner, on to me, you scan or this scanning so good about you can actually tag some of us on Facebook if you look for me on Adam Bona Facebook. If you tag me, the bankwa, you be the actually. Because me media is a Ghana, you in idea. They near actually because of how the own him. What you keeping? And then no see he trying to say Gatwick. Who see Massa? Who see Kroma? Who say you know who is in charge?
Okay,
thank you.
Your pastor that young farmer, Dr. Adam Bona, and also a security warehouse and a security analyst. Ajaku, Justice Kwekwanan, the Hawk TV, and then also an investigative journalist. Let's once again commiserate with the Ghana Armed Forces. And the Ghana Armed Forces, when you're commiserating, it's the NTO Mubium, na Ghana Armed Forces, when you're muncham crime, na muntimi enche, bibi ankoso. Sources Abre we say na Olakoku Michael one a DJ foreigner and Abraham way na omo de aba hye mu e de akofie omo de ebe ko chochochocho ene fie ye nyina ye hwehwe se e beba yakwam enti foreigner atenase atene nkasesi a Olakoku Michael atene nkasesi a and Abraham way. That's an